on deck.
Yo, what's up, fam? How y'all doing? Are we live on the internet right now? Looks like we live on the internet, y'all. How y'all doing? What's going on, man? Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. My name is Tim Black. You're tuned in to the incredible stylings, the one and only Tim Black Wolfpack. And tonight, yo, what's happening, man? Stop playing with me, y'all. We ain't putting on no airs like that. Yo, what's up to my people? Give it up to my people on X, Facebook, and YouTube, of course. How y'all doing, man? What's up? This ain't that type of show. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I want to give up to my my Tim Black Wolfpack on YouTube, my moderators, the one and only Black Mamba and Buck Bewley, y'all. Give it up for them. Keeping our chat righteous. Got that righteous chat up in the house. Man, I'm surprised y'all showed up, man. All y'all showed up, man. I'm amazed, man. I thought y'all liked the shows. You know, them little shows. Born in the USA. What y'all doing over here, man? I'm surprised to see y'all, man. No, I don't mean nothing. I ain't trying to signify but so hard, but I'm saying, Jesus, I wasn't expecting y'all to come through, because y'all like that, you like that soft stuff. I feel you. Yeah, I like that. Y'all like that soft intro, man. Y'all like that soft commentary style, Don't take no chances. Don't take no gloves off. Throw rocks and hide their hand. I thought that's what y'all like. I didn't know that you don't mind this toxic masculinity. Man, I'm gonna have to phone the people, let them know. You know, sup? You know, I didn't know so many sisters chose a black man. I'm surprised. Brothers watching black men put it down. I respect it. I respect it, man. Check this out, man. Tonight's show is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger, Johnson. And I'm ready. I'm here for it. I hope you are too. We're live on X and Facebook and YouTube, guys. Our goal tonight is 400 likes. Not because we're egomaniacs, but because it helps us in the algorithm. We got my 10 Black Wolfpack members all over the house, man. They're doing what they do. And I'm glad to have them back. I want to welcome them back. Kick your feet up. Do what you got to do. Wow. How's the volume over there, Buck? Are we okay on the volume? Buck said they couldn't hear the music earlier. But I was playing the music. Music is playing. So I hope everything's cool now, man. It was just a glitch. Just a glitch on the YouTube side of the game, Johnson. What do we got, man? We got my people, man. You know what, man? Yesterday we had such a good time, man. We had such a good time talking mesh yesterday on the Tim Black Show, man. It was dope. I think we need to make that a regular part of the show, man. We just get to know who we are. You know what I'm saying? We just get to know who we are. We just be real. And I think that's where we do our best work. Being authentic, not being afraid of saying how you really feel and just being, people like that. They like transparency. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people like, man. What's up, Anthony McDowell? How you doing, fam? McDowell up in this joint. B1 family. Salute. Harriet, welcome back, Harriet. How you doing? Ebony's in the house. Hey. Cat Negrita showed up. Waggy showed up. What's up? Ain't no thing. Game Destroyer. Oh, Gone Destroyer. Okay, Gone Destroyer 01. That's what's up. Spice Radio came back. I got your email, Spice. It's all good, man. Welcome to the party. Yo. Pink pillows. I don't moderate. I extenuate. It's all good. We'll take that. Sometimes we need some extenuating up in the house. James Sumner said, what's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? What's up, people? Kents. Randolph. Yesterday, when I was talking about a young brother that Roland Martin tried to get him on a sneak attack, man. He tried to sucker punch that young man. That was King Randolph, man. That's who that was. Give it up for the commenter who put that in the comment section. The young King Randolph. I said Umar need to get that brother his money. Get that young man his paper. Yo, or a cop too and tell us what's up. Rude boy. Yeah, man. Crime, what's up, Crime? Welcome back, fam. Nidra. Yo. Bruce Newsom. What is going on, Bruce? Diamond G up in here. Charles Brewster, Tay Diggs. And the squad has reported to duty. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all, man. The squad has reported to duty. Topher, what's up, fam? DeAndre in the building. Yeah, man. Arlene Chambers. And so many more, man. So many more, man. Thank you, guys. Yo, man, we had a good conversation yesterday when we started out the show. The Wolfpack up in here. As y'all know, the show is brought to you by the Tim Black mug. Tim Black Legacy mug, man. Politics for the people. $20 to your door. We gonna get some out. If not tomorrow, Wednesday. We do shipments twice a week. So order yours by going to timblackmug.com. The mug is amazing, man. It's got good weight to it. It is dishwasher and microwave safe. And you can put a lot of liberal tears in it. You put all the liberal tears, get all them tears, just wring them out, put them in the mug. Go ahead and drink those. And as you know, Tim Black, you know me, man, you know. My motto is I got to help black people get out of the burning building, which is the Democratic Party. Also, I'm proud to announce I'm what you call a Democratic Party hater. Yeah, can't stand them. They say, Tim Black, why you hate the Democratic Party so much? I say, because they lie. They lie like dirty dogs. Ain't that right, Ricky Smiley? They lie like dirty dog lies. Ricky act like he don't like liars now. You voted for one. You were supporting the liar. I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something for black people. No. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that only helps black people. Then try to spin that like that's positive. Now I ain't gonna say I'm gonna sit here and do something that feeds only my kids. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna say that now. Oh no. Y'all would call CPS, but let a politician say that. I ain't gonna sit here and do something that only affects black people. Why not? You've been only locking up black people. Can't you do the reverse? When you was locking up them parents, when you was locking up black mothers who couldn't afford an extra daycare center or extra babysitter for their child to make sure their child took their black butts to school, was you only locking up black mothers? Was you locking up? I don't know. Who was you locking up? See, so Ricky, he get temperamental when you talk about his peoples. People don't want to stand on nothing, Johnson. Vote for Kamala Harris. They want to be over here. You know what I'm saying, Robert? Treehouse of the Democratic haters. No girls allowed. Look, the Democratic Party treehouse. What was it? The Tim Black Democratic Haters Club. the Tim Black Democratic Haters Club. Dem Haters Club. Yo, man, that's Little Rascal Island right there, fam. I'm trying to figure out how I can say it without self-owning myself, you know what I'm saying? Because, we got to be careful with how we word that one. Just because we want to come out cool, we want to stand on something. Look, if you're under 40, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Little Rascal, what's that? Who that? That's a weird name for a hip-hop band. Little Rascals. Yeah, ask your uncle. Shit. Yeah, man, we got people in the house tonight. They say, Tim Black, man, what's cracking, Tim? Tim Black, what are you doing, Tim Black? Why are you being so mean? All right, man. Yesterday, people were asking questions, and we had a good time because we be brutally honest up in here. I'm brutally honest, so it's a good way to get things going. And you never know, it might make a viral moment. People might clip it out, share it, talk amongst their friends, start conversations. Who knows? I might say something that's profound. Might be a little something in it for you. Might, pick up a nugget here or there. Might be able to use it in your life. Like we always say, use what you can use and throw the rest away. Use what you can use and throw the rest away. You can't, everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the intention. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So that's why we throw all the shots. We just be this. I see Steph Curry hit a shot. He was going to the bathroom. Like he was about to go into the urinal. He just threw the ball like that. Ball went in. Didn't even hit the backboard, man. I said, Lord have mercy. If I could be half as good at what I do as he is at what he does, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do. I want to be the Steph Curry of, political commentary, black culture, breaking news. That's what I want to be. That brother got a shot, Justin. You know what I'm saying? Phyllis Foster, give it up for Phyllis Foster, man. Thank you, Phyllis. Phyllis says I love the show. Well, the show loves you back, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because without you, wouldn't be no show. That's for sure. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to myself. That's how I started out, man. Oh, it was miserable. Anybody out there want to be a content creator? Anybody interested in the business? Let me tell you something. I encourage you to do so. Why not? Figure out if it's something for you. Try it. I ain't no hater. Do your thing. Take your shot. Take your shot, Johnson. I encourage it. Just know it takes a lot of time. Everything takes 3 times longer than you think it's going to take. So you got to really love it. And if you don't know that, if you don't believe me, you'll find out. I spent the first 6 months talking to like 10 people, 10, 20 people. Like just, we was like, we might as well been on a chat line because there wasn't nobody else watching. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Oh, man. So you got to love what you do. You got to love it. Why do it if you ain't going to love it? You got a job already. Oh, no. Which remind me, don't quit your job because you picked up a hobby. No, this is a hobby till you make money. All right? This is a hobby for real. I didn't start with a job. I'm sorry. When I first started, I had a job. I would come home from work and do this. All right, so don't go selling your furniture. Don't go pawning. To start, no. I gotta imagine most people that start out don't got money just laying around like that. They could cover their bills for 6 months before they get their first check. Nah, man, nah. So so don't do that. Don't make that mistake, man. That's not me dumping on your dreams. That's me setting you up so you don't have to get no divorce. That's what I'm doing. Consider that me looking out for your prospects of staying married or living indoors. That's all I'm trying to do. I ain't trying to gatekeep. I'm trying to keep you from living outside. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to do. It's bad living outside in the wintertime. It's bad living outside in the summer too. That's all I'm saying. The mosquitoes hit you in the, laying in some poison oak. Ain't nothing like poison ivy. In places where it's hard to scratch. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Robin said it's like a Zoom call. Exactly. It was just like a Zoom call. I'm a broadcaster. Hi, everybody. Everybody was like, I got rid of it. I got it. Here we go. That's all it was. Oh, man. Okay, before we get going, man, somebody gotta ask me a question. I gotta answer at least two questions from the audience, man. Then we're gonna get into the show. Now, as y'all know, the show is brought to you by the Tim Black Wolfpack. Go to jointimblacktv.com to become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. Join timblacktv.com. $5 a month, not $5 a day. Not $100 a week, $5 a day. I'm sorry, a month. A month. I keep saying it. It's $5 a month to get started. That's all. Yo. And I'm not promoting who I get my hats from, fam, because they don't support the show, man. You don't promote vendors. I don't promote vendors, man. You want me to promote businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm promoting these businesses that ain't paying for no damn support. Take a picture of it with your Google, right? Do this. Take a picture of the screen, go to your Google Lens, and then you can do a search by picture. That's what I do all the time when I see something I like that I can't afford, which is most things. But you go ahead and take a picture of it, and you'll find this is not a dynamic style. Like it's so many different ones. You know what I'm saying? And most of my hat collection, fam, but most of my hat collection, you know this. I had them joints for years. You know what I'm saying? I just keep them clean. That's all. They tens, but I keep them clean. I said they tens, but I keep them clean. Feel what I'm saying? Give it up for Buck Bewley, man. Yeah, sometimes I like to do stuff like that just to remind people we of the culture. And look, man, I got no problems, man. You ain't gotta like, you know what I'm saying? You could be of any culture you want to be. I like people to know that, ain't no place like home. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Buck Bewley, already, man. Doing what she does, man. Making people feel good about the show and supporting the show. Thank you. And I say people, I mean me. She be making me feel good about the show. Thank you. Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you. S13 gave a membership. Go ahead, S13. You're giving that love out. Showing love to people and stuff. Go ahead, S13. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Nothing but the best. Byron that said, my extended family think I'm a Democrat. That's okay. At least there's peace at Thanksgiving feast. There it is, Byron. Hey, Byron. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because people take this way too serious. We're gonna cover a lot of content tonight, and I'm gonna get on Marvin Sapp a little bit about this because he said some things that I thought was kind of crazy. But look, politics is something that make people lose their minds. People will fall out. They attach so much to politics. They attach so much to it. They read into it. They add all this stuff to it. Your success in life, the happiness of your family boils down to more than just who's in that office. It's 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And these people just, the Democrats sort of programmed you to think that that's everything. But I appreciate you, fam, because there's more to it. Yo. Buck says, how long ago did you spring me from the asylum? Brother, I'm crazy my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm a work in progress. These people crazy. I don't mean no harm, man. Hey, Buck, people think that Buck been rock. Okay, first of all, first things first. Buck's been a moderator, or if not a moderator, a close friend of the show. He been moderating so long, I can't remember. But I know it's been at least 10 years that Buck has been a supporter of this show. So give it up for Buck. We're talking about, I don't even know what that is. That's silver? That's silver. I don't know. Gold. That a gold medal. That's something. Buck Bewley, the moderator in chief. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Pink Pillow said, keep you out of the doghouse. That's what I'm saying, fam. Everybody was kung fu fighting. That's how they get over politics. And look, it's just the opposite for me, Byron. My people never talked about politics at all. Never. My dad, my stepdad, who I grew up with since I was 2, I didn't know anybody else until I was like 14. Met my dad a couple times. Vaguely, I met my biological dad only a couple times, but my mom remarried when I was like 1 or 2, right? So the man that raised me, the man who raised me that I knew as dad, he never talked about politics. It's crazy because my biological dad was knee deep into politics. So I don't know why it was in the genes, I guess. And my mom is not into politics like that. My mom from DC, my mom from New York, my dad from DC. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But I'll tell you this, and then she moved down south. And then she settled in Maryland. So it's crazy. It's like a lot of moves. But my dad has only lived one place, and that is D.C. And that would be my heart. But I tell you, man, they never talked about politics much. And all I remember about my mom and politics is she said, I don't really get into the politics like that, baby, but I tell you, it seemed like, that Kennedy tried to do some good things, You see what they did to him. I don't know if she remember saying that. My mom might be watching. My mom is amazing. I love her so much. She'll watch the show. She'll catch it on Facebook. She'll say, I like that hat you wore, baby. I love that hat. That hat you was doing it in that hat. My mom think I got beef with Steve Harvey. She be like, you could do Steve's job. I don't even like Steve. I tell everybody, my son is better than Steve Harvey. My mom got great taste, man. Love my mom, man. Get up for my mom. If you got your mom, if you got moms, if you got your mom, you love your mom, or if you love your mom, the memory of your mama, however it goes. If you got love for your mom, man, you got everything, man. And if she love you back and she show it, oh, man, you are so blessed, yo. So blessed. Give it up for everybody out there who love their mom, yo. Yeah. Okay, well, y'all don't want me to get messy tonight. I won't, man. I'm not going to go get messy on my own. If nobody going to ask me nothing, nobody going to ask, then I'm going to leave it there. I will say, what will I say? Will I say something? Jim Jones. Jim Jones used to lock doors. All right, fam, let's do this. This is gonna be funny, man. Yo, Mr. Melody in the house. Yeah, hey fam, Mr. Melody, yeah, just double check for us. We want to get to that the 400 likes. I want 4,000, but we'll take 400 tonight. Thank you, Mr. Melody, man. That's a real soldier right there. He like, look, I'm gonna go over here, Pimper, and try this again for you, Pimper. Yo, fam. Jaria says you gotta speak on Kanye. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Jay. I had to check with my son, right? My son, I said, look, son, I said, yo, what you think about Kanye West? He said, oh, Lord, Daddy. He went in. Look, I'm prepping for the show. He had so much to say about Kanye. I was like, man, I gotta get the show done. I don't want to cut him off because he got serious. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got strong opinions about that. I got some opinions too about it, of course. And it is what it is, man. We're gonna save it for the show, man, because that's a dope. We're gonna do a dope segment on that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give him assistant producer rights on that one. That's what I'm gonna do. Yo, so y'all ready to get started, man? Let's get started with the show, fam. You know what it is. I don't even know which topic we got first. Which topic we got first, Mr. Black? You know what? Don't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, we got a lot of content. The title is Kanye and Klanwear. Marvin Sapp claps back. 50 Cent checks Louisiana. And Jank cleans house. And that's all they can fit in the title because there's only so many characters. We got more than that. So let's get the party started, fam. Hit the like button to begin. And with that, let's commence. Yeah, man. Let's get it going.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Rick Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. Our next guest has been all over the internet lately, and he's here with us today to set the record straight. He's an award-winning singer, bishop, and pastor of the Chosen Vessel Church in Fort Worth, Texas. Joining us this morning is a friend of the show, Marvin Sapp. And good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And listen, let me say this. I'm not here to exploit this situation. You are my friend.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm a real friend. I'm a loyal friend. You understand? And I haven't even talked to you this week.
No,
because I know your phone was blowing up, but I had sense enough that everything that you sat here and said during the commercial break, I already knew. You don't have to.
Yeah, you didn't Yeah, you said you didn't talk to him, but a lot of the things that he's gonna say are exactly things that Ricky Smiley said yesterday. So yeah, they coordinated. But go ahead, Ricky. Let you tell it.
Explain that to me. I grew up in the church in your own way. In your own way. Let's start with the attacks that are on you and the death threats on you and your family.
Well, let me just start.
Just whatever way you want to start.
Let me just start by saying first, Ricky, I thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
I thank you for the opportunity to be able to come on your show and for you to use your platform to give me a chance to just, add some context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would point out, since we starting off all nice and sweet and smooth and stuff, this don't sound like the way you sounded on that tape. He all even toned down, yeah. Yeah, first thing I like to do, Steve, is like to do, Ricky, is like to thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ricky Smiley, for giving me this opportunity to come over here and save my ass. Thank you, Ricky Smiley. I appreciate you, Ricky Smiley, for allowing me this gratuitous moment of me to go ahead and communicate with the masses about what I did and to nullify the dissent amongst those. And that's not how he sounded when he was on that tape. He was like, shut the door. Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Yeah, he didn't sound as meek and nice as he sounded here. He sounded very cordial. He got his radio voice on. He didn't have his radio voice on in the pulpit. But let us proceed.
Some context and clarity to, a clip that, a whole lot of people have seen. Sadly, one of the things that has happened is, people have created a narrative that is absolutely not true. Number one, the narrative was created, excuse me, that I raised money at my church, that I kept the people at my church hostage until I raised $40,000 for me. That's the narrative that has been shared, that I locked folks up in my church, that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
And I'll be honest with you, that is absolutely not important. Yeah, man, it's not important what church you was at. Nobody asked you all that. You could have been in the church you want to be at, okay? The issue is not these, sometimes people try to throw you off the track by talking about details that don't really matter, and they try to make that the focal point. No, that's not it. You could have been at your mother's house. You was at a church, but you was at a church. If you would have been somewhere not at a church and said something about locking doors, or closing doors, whatever, that would still be a problem. So let's not gaslight people. And folks, please recognize game. Yeah, well, when I just want to clear it up. First of all, I did not, I was not drinking all of the fifth. I drank some wine. It may appear that I was drinking a whiskey, but I don't drink whiskey. I was drinking wine. I had 3 bottles of wine, but that's not the same thing. And I want to be very clear. I was not drinking rock gut. I was not drinking 40 ounces. I was drinking wine. So let's get that very clear. Were you drunk? That's all we want to know. Was you drunk? Were you inebriated? See what I'm saying? So the specifics of these things do not change the reality. Keep going.
Yeah.
Number one, that I raised $40,000 for me. That's the narrative that has been shared, that I locked folks up in my church, that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
Yeah.
Number one, that offering was taken last year. This was a service that happened last August. Number two, it didn't happen at my local church. It actually happened at a national organization's international meeting where churches from all over the country, all over the world came together for the purpose of celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. People took issue with me saying, shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors.
Yeah.
I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have the ability to go in and out.
This is my major problem here. Why come you just can't say, hey, man, look, it's my fault. Yeah, this is my fault. This is a miscommunication on my behalf. I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up. I know they were taping this. In the context in which I gave it to you, I can see why you formed the opinion you formed. Look, I apologize for those who are disappointed, who felt hurt by what I did. And I also want to clear it up and just let you know, man, I apologize. And it just looked bad, but it's not what you think it is. And instead of trying to gaslight us, because any context of miscommunication, a narrative we spinning, man, ain't nobody spinning no narratives. You put it out there. You were in control of the narrative because it's your personal likeness. That's what it is. It's nobody else fabricated it. Is there some AI going on in here that I don't know about? I didn't see any AI, folks. And before we go, but let's say this loud and clear, man. Shut the door, close the door, burn the door. All of those sound the same to people's ears. Okay? For instance, folks, if someone told you to shut up, or someone told you, don't talk, or someone says, close your mouth, do they, all of them mean the same thing? Do any of them sound polite, friendly, or not equal to getting a knuckle sandwich? You know what I'm saying? Like, do any of those sound hospitable? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. He's mincing words. Well, I didn't say lock the doors. I just said shut the doors. Well, I said close the door. You said it when you say something 4 or 5 times with bass in your voice. And you didn't say, shut the door, we about to do the offering. Shut the door, we about to do this. Shut the door, this is for the safety of the... You didn't say any of that. You just said, shut that door. Shut that door. Shut that door. Shut the door. That's how you said it. So anybody who why would anybody take that bad? I can't imagine why anyone would feel you were a jackass for that. I don't know where they would get that from. I don't know why they would feel that way. You sound like a Democrat. Don't believe me. No, believe me. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying ears. But listen to me.
They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been.
Maybe. Dude, you was talking like you was a gangster. Yeah, you sound like thought you was a mob boss instead of a pastor or a bishop. What did he say? His exact words was, put your $20 away. Put your $20 away. That 20 wasn't for you. Nah, y'all can do 100. It costs to sit up here. It costs to sit up here. Hey, folks, he sound like Chris Brown. No, Chris Brown got them women that come up, they pose with pictures with him. They pay a certain amount of money to come back and get the VIP treatment. He sound like an entertainer, like a, or OnlyFans model that's doing a live tour. Yeah. Put your 20. Oh, no. I want everybody to put $20 up. $20. Oh, not y'all, not you, brother. No, not y'all. Y'all do 100. Oh, y'all do 100. It costs to sit up here amongst me. You're up here with me. You got to pay more than that. I wonder why people would take that negatively. But listen to him now. Well, listen, my brothers, I want to be very clear about how I came across, because my intentions were for us to all understand one another. And the Lord is a shepherd, and I'm just herding his shock. I'm tending to his shock, being an obedient servant of the Lord. And I just want you to know that any false narratives out there that people are spreading is just beyond contempt, because I love everybody and everybody loves me. And I am not a people pulpit pimp. No, I'm not a people's pulpit pimp. I am the people's preacher protector. Talking all smooth now, but he wasn't talking smooth the other day, was he, y'all?
And I can apologize for that. I can apologize for that. But
why you make it sound like it was a hard thing to do? No, you can't apologize. Wow. See, it's a little arrogance in there. Little bit of arrogance in there. Like, I got, later on he gonna talk, it's gonna get further. You're gonna hear it. But just put a pin in it with the, well, I could apologize for that. I could apologize for that. Nah, you should apologize for it. You should have already apologized for it. First thing out your mouth should have been like, look, I may have came across a bit abrasive. Let me apologize. Instead of, I could apologize. No, you could and you should if you want to keep getting money.
3 things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of
a bookie that I have to pay. Yeah, I got to pay off all types of stuff. Strippers, people I owe money to, it's going to break my legs, all types of things. Bad gambling debts I had for years. Them Italians don't play. It still exists. They will break your legs. And I'm short anyway, so that's not good. Short and can't walk. It's not a good combination. And, allegedly, all this is alleged. He said he didn't know nothing about the money. He didn't get none of that money. Did you get any cut from that money later? You didn't get the money that day, but maybe the next day they're like, here you go, your cut. I'm just asking questions, Bishop. I know you're above getting paid to preach. I know you're above that, but I'm just saying, I'm just suggesting maybe. These are questions people want to know. That's all I'm saying.
Of the budget for their conference, not Marvin Sapp. Number 2, it didn't happen at my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number 3, people take issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody?
Didn't he just apologize for being lightweight or sounding like an asshole? I'm sorry. Didn't he just apologize for sounding aggressive and assertive, overly assertive, whatever, right? Now he gonna go back and undo it all. See what I'm saying? What I tell you? It's how he talk to people. He talks down to people. Watch him explain it now. Here you go.
Of the budget for their conference, not Marvin Sapp. Number 2, it didn't happen at my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number 3, people take issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of the sacredness of the moment. But it's also about security. As a pastor, we understand and we know that churches are being robbed at gunpoint. It's happening all over the country. This is not something I'm making up. This is factual. So if you got 5,000 people in the room, you want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center. But the doors needed to be closed, and there was a lot of pandemonium stuff that was going on out there. But I wanted to share that first. But that ain't even the reason why I'm here. Here's the reason why I'm here.
That's not why you here. Why you here, brother? You talked a long time to not be getting to the reason why you here. Let's see.
The reason why I'm here is because what has happened is people have taken clickbait.
Clickbait. You mean a video of you talking to your congregation, to a congregation. It's not even your congregation. That's what you want me to know now, right? You want us to know the people you was talking to, was that an intimate conversation with people that you usually talk to? These are other people that you don't even know that you're talking to like that? That's what you're saying? Which gives this a whole different complexion altogether, don't it? Because in my original video, I gave you the benefit of the doubt that maybe preceding this, you were doing this for a good cause, like maybe somebody needs some housing. Maybe you're trying to raise money for housing for some particular individuals that fell on bad times. Maybe there's something else going on that we don't know about. I did mention that in my original video. And in my original video in the thumbnail, I put, he said, close the doors. So not everybody put, he locked the doors. He nailed the doors shut. He put barbed wire on the top of the doors and on the doorknob. He put fire on the doorknob so people couldn't touch the door handle. Not everybody went that far, but they still had a problem with what you said. It just didn't feel good. It didn't feel humble. It didn't feel righteous. It didn't feel spiritual. It felt, ugh, who's this dude? You know, like it felt like you need to get punched in your stomach with some Holy Ghost, with some humility. That's what you know what I'm saying? Like really, brother, it felt like you were not being humble. It did not feel that you were coming from a place of compassion. And I think there's some people that were authentically disappointed by that. I'm not one of them. I tend to look at people who pick up money from other people in form of this in church. And this, I tend to look at you with the side eye. You know what I'm saying? Off the break. This is my natural disposition to this because of the way I was raised and the way I view church. Organized religion. Churches I went to that I frequent when I was a child never passed a bowl or nothing. They had a box in the back that was locked, and people put in what they wanted to put in, and there was no pressure. There was no people looking at you as you did it. It was just what we did later. That's the way I was raised. But let him go ahead, guys. Let him go ahead and explain his real reason for being here.
And made something out of it that it isn't. And because of that, my church has been getting phone calls. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid because I've received death threats.
You know, this is the part that pissed me off because, guys, let me tell you something. I don't believe you got death threats, sir. Nah, I don't believe it. Nah, I got no proof, but I can have a strong feeling based on the fact that I interact with the public and I talk about politics. And it's occasionally that I get a death threat. And I talk about things that get people really ticked off. Okay? People think the country is going to hell in a handbasket. And they think that it's on Tim Black. Like what Tim Black say on his show is going to determine the existence of Black America or white America. And I get all types of content, all types of comments from all types of people. But for you to come out here and say your main reason for talking to us on the Steve Harvey show, I'm sorry, the Ricky Smiley, same thing, on the Ricky Smiley show is to say that people have been threatening to kill you over what exactly? Now, there may be some people that cuss you out, some people that were very disappointed, some people that were angry, but people say they're going to take your life over what exactly? You're being very vague. I can tell you exactly when people make comments about me that they try to do something to me, I could be very, very detailed in the type of comments. They'll reference the video they're talking about. They'll say you are race hustling, that you are dividing the country. You are like Al Sharpton or something else they'd call me. And they be very specific. You're not sharing any specifics, sir. You're saying random people are just calling up and threatening to hurt you. You sure that's not your bookie? You sure that's not somebody you owe money to or something else? You getting people mixed up? Because it just doesn't sound like people are going to see a video about you and feel that you are being inhumane or being haughty with your parishioners and then say they're going to hurt you over it. I don't know, man. I don't believe it. Like I said, that's just my opinion. That's my commentary on that part.
Over $20 and shut the door. People have come to our campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems, issues, challenges. And again, my children, I don't look at comments. We was talking about this. You know, I don't read comments. When you got millions of followers, you ain't got time to be reading all the comments.
You don't? Well, why you reference them since you don't read them? Since you don't read the comments, why you reference them? I hate when people big dog like this. I hate when people big dog like this. I probably got maybe 500,000 followers if you add up all my social media accounts. I read comments. I don't have as many fans as you, Mr. Sapp. But, you know, I don't read all comments. Who can? But to say you don't read comments and then talk about comments, so you ain't going to talk about them because you don't read them, right? So now we're going on hearsay based on what was told to you, right? Because you didn't look at them because you don't read comments, right?
Just don't have it.
Right.
My children do. and they are afraid. And the reason being is because I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. They're afraid for my safety. So now we've had to update and increase security and all the things I've never had to do before because of the vitriol and the anger.
To what? To what you did. To what you did. Not to what somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Look, folks, don't get me wrong, guys. I've had people take me out of context and say I meant something I didn't say. I've had that happen. Unfortunately, when that happened to me, I wasn't given a platform like Ricky Smiley to come on and correct it. To come on and say, hey, man, it took that out of context. I didn't mean that I was literally going to beat you up. That I literally was going to lay hands on you. I was saying we're going to fight tonight, as in tonight on this video, I'm going to go hard. Didn't mean we was going to literally fight. They took my video and said I made physical threats. That's just cheap pool. These were progressives. So I know what it's like to get smeared. You didn't get smeared. You didn't come and say, hey, man, that's not what I said, and I meant this other thing. You didn't do that at all. You're talking semantics. It wasn't my church. It wasn't my money. And I say close, not shut. Well, I say close, not lock. That's, nobody asked you what church it was. We don't know why you did it, why you got the money, why you were asking for the money. These are not parts of the reasons why people were upset. And I think if you would have just asked in a different way, and if you would have gave context in the time you were speaking, that, people never would have been so upset. But what Sapp is doing here is avoiding accountability. And what he's also doing is shifting. He's moving the goalposts from you to make a decision. And the bottom line is, Mr. Sapp, people have already made their minds up. You need to be trying to do damage control. That's what you're missing. This is an opportunity for damage control. And unless you can say something that just clears the air, that totally takes all scrutiny off you, you need to own it. I wish I'd have been given an opportunity. They made sure I did not get the opportunity to have a platform to correct the record. You get an opportunity and you don't correct the record. Instead, you play victim. You're playing victim like, hey, other things, look over there, there's a squirrel. Hey, what about that bird that over there? Look, I helped a lady cross the street one time. No, man. These are not important distractions. Let's let them go a little bit further, because let them have the last word, folks, because that's only fair.
That people have shown, the things that they've said in my thread and stuff, and all of this is because of a misunderstanding. And I'm not blaming people. Let me be clear. I'm not blaming anybody because of their misunderstanding. I'm just saying, in all you're getting, get an understanding. And if I'm sharing with you that the $40,000 that I was trying to raise, and again, I don't know if the organization got 40, 10, 20, any of it. I don't know. I'm hoping that I actually raised more money so that I can help the organization that has been such a great support to me.
Okay, well, you say that organization has been a great support to you. Have they ever put money in your pocket? Since, you keep on harping on it, have they ever put money in your pocket? I'm just saying. Just a question, because you keep talking about you wasn't raising the money for you. Did you get paid later? Did you get paid before? Did you owe them for other money that you picked up? I don't know, but see, now you're opening the door for other questions. And since Ricky Smiley is your friend, he ain't gonna ask you nothing. He helps you get your story together. So see, you done walked into it, man.
These people,
and again, let's be clear. Not a dime of that money.
Not a dime of that money came to me. Not a dime of it.
And where did your money come from?
I've been blessed. I've been extremely blessed. I've sold millions of records. Millions. I'm a songwriter.
How much you?
So you didn't get no money. You don't need no money. You got all the money. Yeah, man, I got all the money, baby. I got all the paper, baby. I don't need no money. I don't need no more $40,000 from nobody. I don't need nobody to give me no $40,000, man. What I'm gonna do with that? What I'm gonna do with $40,000? I'm Marvin Sapp, baby. You know how I do. I'm smooth like that. I got all the paper. That's what you know. $40,000. I only get out of bed for $40,000, man. I am not concerned with $40,000. I wish somebody would try to come give me $40,000. I'd be like, get that out of here. Put that down. I don't need no $40,000. This Marvin Sapp. This Sapp Boogie. You know how we do over here. We stand on business.
How much have you gotten paid from? And we on the radio live,
Right?
How much have you gotten paid from your church? I'm just saying.
Okay, so
Tell
see,
me
Ricky,
what you said.
See, Ricky messing up now. Now he asking real questions. And so like Kamala Harris when Sonny Hostin asked her, hey, what would you change? He ain't ready. Kamala wasn't ready, and now his boy Sapp ain't ready. Look at him, stuttering. Oh, shucks. Why he asked me that?
What people don't know is that I pastored 16 years in the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I founded my church. I pastored 16 years.
Now I'm going to change the subject and talk about other stuff till you forget what you asked me. Because we need to run away from that. The tax people listening, that Italian mob I told you about, they listening. Everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? That little thing on the, little people that been looking for their paper. Everybody listen. Everybody can hear this now. This is crazy. Look, I'm gonna let it go, man. I think we went long enough.
Of $30,000 a month to my church. Wow. 30 grand a month to my church to ensure that the church could go forward. We had a lot of stuff. I had a college campus that we had bought. We had 3 other campuses, and my membership had dwindled after my wife had passed because I had to travel more in order to take care of me and my kids.
Right.
So, my membership, it dwindled, but we never lost anything. And as a matter of fact, this is factual. The day
everything else wasn't factual. Everything else wasn't factual. Now I'm just going to be clear. Because you just said you've been talking for a while, man. And I've gone longer in this segment than I thought I would. But you said, I thought you were factual the whole time. That's why I hate when people use statements like that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real now. Let me be real. I thought you was being real the whole time, brother. Waste all this damn time, all this time we've been talking. But go ahead, Mr. Sapp. Be factual.
I announced the new pastor, I burned the mortgage of the church. When I left Grand Rapids, I left my church not only debt-free, but I left them with 6 figures in the bank and put a brand new pastor in and walked away and moved to Texas. I'm not walking around here trying to be a pimp. I'm not trying to take advantage of people.
I thought you said you didn't read the DMs in the comments because that's what they've been calling you all through the comments. The pimp pastor, pimp master, pastor pimp, Marvin Pimp Sapp, Sapp the pimp. Like, that's what they've been saying. I thought you wasn't reading comments because, you got so many people following. You got millions of followers, so you don't have time to pay attention to this stuff. Sounds like you paid attention.
That's never been my passion. I'm serious about ministry. And let me go one step further. There's a whole lot of other pastors around here that are doing the same thing. Most pastors in America are bivocational, meaning they have jobs outside of their churches. The average church size in America is only 75 people.
Now we're going to bring up, like I said, guys, bringing up topics, bringing up subjects that distract from the core conversation. It's a political tactic, man. He's been watching Democratic Party politicians and Republican politicians do their word salad. That's what they do. You ask a question, they talk about everything around it. They go down to the corner store, pick up a couple things for the house, run by the hardware store, pick up a new toilet seat, go down here, stop, get the oil changed. You know what I'm saying? Come back through, stop, pick up some ice cream for the kids. And then show up going, what was you talking about again? You be like, I don't even remember, man. Forget it, man. Get the kids ice cream. Go ahead for a meal. It's a tactic, man. I was kind of looking for this one part where he says, I'll take the 40,000 if you give it to me. Let me see if I can find that because I thought that was an interesting way to end it.
Look it up. It's factual. So we're not getting rich off the church. I am bivocational. I'm a W-2 employee at my church. I have a syndicated radio show that I do every week to over 60 different markets. I own real estate. I have mutual funds.
So basically, I got all the money, baby. I got all the money. And so look, listen, guys. I got too much money to be worried about you broke Negroes. You broke Negroes in my comment section. I am paid. This is Sapp Boogie. Sapp Boogie has money. You know, you the one up here working hard for a living. You the one working an hourly job. Come on now. I'm Marvin Sapp, baby. I don't do that. I got investments everywhere. I have done so well. I'm doing extraordinarily well. That's why me and what's his face was fighting over that one lady. Cause see, because we both cut from the same cloth. We got paper. So I can't be concerned with the issues of the peasants. I just can't. And it's what it is. This is beneath me, Ricky. This is beneath me. But I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to talk to the poor blacks and the poor Latinos and poor whites, all the poor people. God bless you. I don't know. That's what I got from it. We'll let Marvin Sapp have the last word, and then we will move on, guys. Promise.
I have annuities. I have stocks. I play the market. I took my money and I didn't trick it.
Money that you made from
money that I made from music,
records.
from hit records. I'm one of the only gospel artists with billions of streams.
When you sit here talking about money like this is when you have lost. Yeah, man, this is not good for this is the worst PR handling. He should have had a lawyer sitting next to him or somebody to tell him to shut up. All this right here, he sound worse than a rapper with like bling everywhere going, That's all he missing is the big gold chain and the gold teeth, the gold fronts. Look at her. Yeah, I got annuities. I own businesses. I got real estate. He sound like Rick Ross. I got, You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This is not it. Ricky, you did not help this man. You interviewing with Ricky did not help him. Ricky ain't stop him. Ricky ain't doing nothing. Ricky should be like this the whole time. Nah, cuz. Nah. Ricky got to know the camera's on, dude. Ricky should be like this. No. Cut him off. Marv, you don't need to go into all that.
Dreams.
And you tour.
And I tour. I just came off of a tour.
Sure.
That I made
These two knuckleheads, these are fools. Folks, these are fools. Not media savvy at all. Not the thing to do to get people on your side. I don't need money. I got money. Blah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I got all the money, baby. I got all the money. I got nothing but money. Money coming out my ears, baby. What I need with y'all little money? I got all the paper. Yeah, there you go right there. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Frankly, me and Ben get down. Ben is my man. I don't play around. I don't even keep 10s in my pocket. No 10s, no 20s, man. I don't even do that. That's for kids. This is more of a Sapp up in here, baby. You gotta know how I get down. I get down very smooth. I got the paper.
Tons of money on, and I'm at the crib right now chilling because I don't have to go on tour. I can wait and do my next date.
Basically, you saying all that to say you don't need no $40,000.
I don't.
Got it.
And I will take it if they gonna give it to me.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. There it is, right there. Right there. That's it right there, baby. I take it if they give it to me. Your Honor, knock, Your Honor, I'd like to rest, the state would like to rest the case. I don't even think we need to show no witnesses. He done convicted his damn self. We don't need to talk. We're just gonna go ahead and let Judge Joe Brown knock this one out for Judge. We're gonna leave it with Judge Joe Brown here. Judge Joe Brown will go ahead and render the verdict. I'm sure the state will be happy with the rendering of the good judge, the honorable judge, because we done. Come on, sister, let's go. He done. He destroyed himself. They say you give a ninja a rope, he won't be a cowboy. Give somebody a little bit of the room, they hang themselves. Give them a little bit of rope, they hang themselves. Ricky gave him the microphone and just let him talk. And he fell down the tree of dumb things to say and hit every branch. Then when he landed on the ground, he picked up a tree limb that fell. One of the don't say this, please don't say this, sticks, and just hit himself in the head with it. Kept hitting himself in the head with it. It's nah. This brother is rap. It's a rap. He done. If anybody go to his church, he thought he had troubles before. He was better off being silent. Like Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen got into trouble. He talked all that mess. He was up there. I love everybody. I love everybody. He was all Lord's children. All Lord's children. Then when the people needed a place to stay, he was like, not in my house. Shoot, I just got my carpets done. I ain't letting these people. I ain't got nothing to do with the wool. I didn't make it rain. I understand you wet, you need a place to stay, but if nobody say you need to open up and stay in my church, there's a sporting arena somewhere y'all can go stay. All that bad publicity Joe Osteen got, but he knew something. He knew to shut up. He didn't go on John Beck's show. He didn't go on Tucker Carlson and start talking. Without counsel, without somebody PRing him, helping him say the right things. This brother just went and said everything wrong. He should have had Benjamin Crump and Tesla Figaro, and he needs somebody sitting next to him and keep him on track, man. He just destroyed himself, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all, let's go to the next one. Jesus Christ. Folks, that was horrible. I feel bad for him now. He made himself look worse than anybody could. I told y'all I wanted to get to that part because I felt that part, that was it. All right, y'all. Hit the like button if that was what the cost of admission, folks. I think it was. All right, y'all. Let's keep going. What else we got on the itinerary? Yeah. What is wrong with people, man? He's still talking. Goodness gracious. This is a long segment, y'all. There we go. Okay. Okay, my next segment.
We're going to play your song, More Ricky Smiley Morning Show, up next.
The Ricky Smiley Morning Show, baby.
He took them headphones off his head like he knew something didn't go right. He got them headphones off like, oh man, I can't believe I said all that dumb stuff. He just couldn't help it, man. It was like he was trapped in his own story.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Healthy fruits and vegetables, and then not letting people with chronic diseases get health care. I love this doctor for pointing out those connections.
Yo, Senator Cory Booker right now is doing a filibuster. He might be still doing it. He said he was going to go as long as he could possibly go because he wants to protest against Donald Trump's policies. And you know what? Theoretically, I had no problem with that because, you know, he says that's what his people want him to do there in New Jersey. You know, protest. But he's talking about health care, which made me a little ticked off because Cory don't exactly have the best track record when it comes to supporting issues for health care. In fact, it's where he's been ridiculed. In fact, some say his career stalled because of his positions on important matters like health care. But you know, preach away, Cory Booker.
But now I'm going to go to Brian Connell, who is a vice president of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The fiscal year 25 budget resolution would create not just the opportunity
So Cory, I'm not even gonna bore you out to death. Cory is reading various statements, articles by other people talking about all the ways in which Donald Trump is going to hurt people if he cuts the budget of NIH, for instance. Okay? I don't think Cory Booker really has a leg to stand on when it comes to criticizing anybody for cutting anything in regarding to health care. Cory Booker took millions from Big Pharma while Newark suffered. Facts. He opposed Medicare for all despite black health disparities. Facts. He loves black voters or their votes, but not black voters themselves, because he votes like a corporate Republican. Before Trump, he was voting like a corporate Republican. They call them corporate Democrats, which are basically the same things. So look, the criticism of Cory surrounds his 2017 vote against us getting pharmaceuticals from other countries, guys. So people said, okay, part of what Bernie Sanders ran on in 2015, 2016 was lowering drug costs, big pharmaceutical costs. And there was a bill for us to get medication from Canada and other countries that were close by, because they pay like a fourth of what we pay for the same medicine. What we pay, and I think it's much more than a fourth, but I can't remember the exact number. But there was a bill so that we can get medications from places like Canada for a lot less than what we pay. It's the same medication. It comes out of the same manufacturer. It's the same medication. Whatever type of medication you have for your high blood pressure or cholesterol or your gout or whatever you have, it's made in one place. They don't have a separate place where they make the U.S. medicine and the Canada medicine and the Mexico medicine. It's all the same medicine. Cory Booker said, we can't take that medicine for Canada because it might not meet the same standards as our medicine. Turns out Cory Booker was taking money from big pharmaceuticals, because there was no justifiable reason for voting against that. Okay? That was a measure that would have helped lots of Americans. Something he could have done. Not something that's out of his control. He's a legislator. They set laws. He had the ability to impact that himself. Not Orange Man bad. Not Obama. Not somebody else. Cory Booker voted against it. Cory Booker took the money. And when they cornered him and said, Cory, won't you get the money back? He said, I will. I don't think he ever did. This has dogged Cory Booker since 2017. His reputation is still not recovered since then, because people remember this. I may no longer call myself affiliated with progressives because I had too many things with them that I disagree with. But I still support us having health care, and I still support us paying less for pharmaceuticals. You do not have to be a particular political persuasion to want people to be able to afford health care or to afford their medications. You just got to care about people, dog. So Cory Booker, he started toting this thing like he was pragmatic, like he was a big thinker. It was for a good reason. And that's what all sellouts say. It's for a good reason why I was against the thing that you really wanted. But the people saw through it. And when he ran for office in 2020, he did horribly. Now, he did a little bit better than Kamala, but not much better. And he couldn't raise money because there was no momentum about him, because he's a fence sitter. He won't go all the way corporate, and he'll never go all the way to the left. So he's always like sitting in some strange limbo position, but then he wants to invoke blackness every time I turn around, as if that's like their safe space. To run back to the black community and then say, but I'm black, and black people been through this, and black people been through that, and my mother or father, one of his parents are black. One of his parents is black, and he's able to use that. But that's about all that Cory Booker is known for. He's been trying to distance himself from that industry money that he took in 2017, and he's been unsuccessful. And I'm not saying you can't criticize Trump. You can. But I do want to speak to the thing about Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. People are estimating that it's going to that they're going to have to cut. They're estimating that they're going to have to cut benefits. This is an estimation. And the reason why they estimate that is because they do not believe that these agencies will cut enough of their bloat, the bloat and the excess that they need to cut in order to reach it. My understanding is that they're trying to get the government to reduce its deficit by 10 to 15%. They want to cut spending by 10 to 15%. Cutting the government spending by 10 to 15% should not mean that kids can't get medicines or that old folks can't get Social Security or that you can't get Medicaid. That should not mean what that means. If you had to cut 10% of the spending in your home, does that mean your kids can't eat? Now, that would be a decision on your behalf. If I said you make $4,000 a month and now you make, I don't know, was it $3,600? Because that would be cutting 10%. What's 10% from $4,000? That's $40. You can make that up. $400. You can't make that up somewhere. Why is it you can't cut things that are excessive? Why do you have to cut? So, see, this is the whole gamble, folks. When they say, oh, we're going to have to cut 10%, there's no way we can find that 10% just laying around. Now, mind you, folks, the government has grown 10, 15% every damn cycle, it seems. Why does the government just keep growing the cost to run the government? It just keeps growing. Unless we should be able to say, stop growing the government and get the money back to the people. Or let's spend the money other places. That's my thing. But see, the Democrats, they got to villainize Trump. They got to villainize the idea of cuts. And they got to say that those cuts are coming out of grandma and grandpa's pocket. It's coming out of the kids, research for the kids. It's coming out of cancer research. Once again, there is no reason why any adjustments can't be done on the backs of paying too much for research, having multiple researchers doing the same thing, doing redundant work. They're all picking up a check for doing the same work. There's a lot of excess. So once again, guys, if you decide, hey, I don't like what Trump's doing, we should not have to cut anything. Prices should just continue to rise. Then you can't say, well, where's the money for this program that we want to start? I believe we should be lobbying because you're not going to be able to stop Trump from making the cuts. You're not going to be able to stop it, I don't believe. Not the ones he can do with executive order. Why aren't we lobbying? Why isn't Senator Booker and the rest of them lobbying to get things done with the money that's saved that benefits us? Why can't we fight that battle? To me, that makes sense. You mean to tell me you don't think there's any bloat? There was no excess in the government? It's other people's money. You know how much money people spend when they're spending other people's money? Government money is not like private company money. If you run a small business, folks, or if you have a household budget, you spend your money a lot different than you would spend money that somebody else gave you. All government money is treated like somebody else gave it to them. Why would they ever lower costs, lower expenditures, if not given an ultimatum? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Back to Cory Booker, man. Cory Booker is what you call a corporate Democrat. Cory Booker, if you say he's doing this for the people, I doubt it. I think Cory Booker still wants to become president. That's my opinion. I think he's doing this as theatrics. He's doing a filibuster right now. He said he's going to talk. Cory Booker said he's going to talk as long as possible. He's going to continue to talk. He's going to do this speech for as long as he can stand up there. And that could be probably all night, all day. He will stand up here and talk.
Obligation for the House Committee on Energy and But the framework before the House today would pave the way for policies that do just the opposite, putting affordable access to health care out of reach of millions of Americans.
How? How does it put it out to reach of millions of Americans? Why will millions of Americans not be able to get health care? How?
Feeding America, I love this organization.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch the subject because they don't say how. They just say, if you cut the budget, all of a sudden we can't feed Americans. How about all of a sudden we don't pay huge salaries to people that don't do anything? Or we don't have redundant positions? Or all those people you just hired to do the same amount of work they were doing last cycle, why did you need to hire all those people? And why do you need these conventions? And why do y'all got to fly first class? And why do you need to have all these damn meetings? And what's up with the fancy coffee? What's up with the limos? I don't know, but there's always expenses that could be cut. And once again, guys, don't get it twisted, man. I'm not saying it's perfect. But I'm saying, don't tell me you can't cut budget. Don't tell me you can't cut your budget. No way. There's no money that can be cut from the budget. That you can't reduce your spending. Don't tell me that. And this is the cost of losing. You lost to Donald Trump. This is your second time losing to the same candidate. His people voted for him. He's been a nominee 3 times in a row by his party. Pretending that he doesn't have a point or that people don't support his point of view on this is ludicrous. Doesn't make sense. But they get more mileage out of demonizing him than just accepting reality that you got to work with the sheriff that's in town. Same thing when Obama was president. Because unlike some presidents, Donald Trump would use his pen. But like all presidents, when you use your pen, sometimes it comes back. There have been things that Donald Trump has signed into law that got kicked back by the courts. Folks, don't be afraid. Don't be feeling like you're doomed because of what's going on with Trump. There is still a constitution, and he has been getting challenged in court in certain cases he's lost. But the Democrats have only fear, and that's the only card they had to play. I'm telling you, the big joker for the Democratic Party is fear. They're out of power, they don't have influence, and their culture game is not working. And all they got left is fear. Fear and riling up afraid people that feel that they are doomed. And that's why we got all this violence going on. Because that's the only card the Democrats have. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It doesn't mean that Trump's policies are winners, but my thing is, don't tell me you can't cut costs. And if they cut costs, what are we going to do with the money that's saved? I say we need to reinvest that money into programs that will help us. Fighting against cutting programs, fighting against cutting the monstrosity of these government agencies is just crazy to me. Every president has wanted to cut the budget, the amount of spending. Every president, regardless of party. Clinton, Obama, Bush, everybody except Biden. He's the only one that wanted to increase everything, and it hurts everyone. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Thank y'all. Give it up for that. Where we at? Let's go to the next story, guys.
Cuts to vital federal nutrition programs like SNAP.
Black and
Damn.
Providing coverage for more than 40%.
Next.
Okay, man. Next, I got Kanye West, man. Man, somebody come get Kanye, please. All right, next segment is Kanye West and his latest antics. Y'all remember when Kanye West was a different type of person? You remember that? I just want to remind people who Kanye was when he was, not such a jackass.
With HIV, the most important source of health coverage and life-saving care for people living with HIV. providing coverage for more than 40%.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
They're looking for food, and you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black. And even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give, and just to imagine if I was down there, and those are my people down there. So anybody out there that wants to do anything that we can help with the setup, the way America is set up to help the poor, the black people, the less well off as slow as possible. I mean, this is Red Cross is doing everything they can. We already realize a lot of the people that could help are at war right now, fighting another way, and they've given them permission to go down and shoot us.
And subtle, but in even many ways.
Kanye was all over the place, but at least he was speaking. I thought he was speaking on somebody else's behalf. It wasn't about Kanye as much as it was about the people, right? That's a different Kanye. Do y'all remember this?
More profoundly devastating is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
I will always remember this Chris Tucker face when he said it. Look at Chris. That's not what y'all was supposed to throw to me on. Hey, Herbert got that camera off Kanye, didn't they? That is epic, man. That is epic. This is live TV, family. One more time for the people in the cheap seats.
Devastating is the lasting damage to the survivors' will to rebuild and remain in the area. The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
In the past few days, America and people has been stepping up.
Chris, like, I gotta follow that. And he couldn't make a joke either. Chris, you should have made a joke, brother.
Have been stepping up to donate money, to do all they can to help people in New Orleans. And
Behind my back,
Now we got. So anyway, that was in the good old days with Kanye West. When Kanye West would say things, well, that's how he kind of hit the radar. So outspoken critic of the United States. And he was talking about those helping people that couldn't help themselves, people in vulnerable situations. And that's something that we admired. I know I admired it. I say, who's this young guy doing his thing? You know what I'm saying? And actually, we were all young then. Damn. That's a long time ago. What was that, 1998 or something? I don't know when that was. What was it? I don't even remember. But it was a while ago. And Kanye showed promise as being an outspoken person who's willing to go on live TV and maybe damage his career. Like, we had no idea what this was going to mean for Kanye West to do that. You know, we're like, oh my God. You know, what's going to happen? This was before all those grandiose speeches that Hollywood types make at the Oscars or at the Grammys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This was Kanye pre that. A lot of people been his style, I would say. To be honest, now that I think about it, because that was a hell of a statement to make live on TV while being live streamed on MTV. At a time, there was no internet. It's not like if he burnt his bridge with MTV, he could just go do it, go do TV somewhere else. There was BET, there was MTV, there was VH1, and it wasn't 10 years before Kanye, before they even let Michael Jackson on. Like, MTV wasn't very hospitable to black people to begin with. A lot of people don't know that. Like, they wouldn't even let Michael Jackson on MTV. And 10 years later, maybe 15 years later, here comes Kanye West using their airwaves to fight for black Americans. And he didn't say, he didn't throw in all the disclaimers and add in a bunch of other groups. And he was talking about things that we were hearing that were happening to black people. So this was Kanye West when Kanye West was the good Kanye. And now we got the bad Kanye. We got self-made self-serving egomaniac ain't right. Like, what is this? Here goes this latest antics with DJ Academics. First of all, I don't give a damn about no PDF. What I care about is, why are you dressed like the Coneheads from SNL? Why are you dressed in a black Klan outfit? Why are you dressed like you got a table sitting on top of your head and somebody threw a sheet over top of it? What is this supposed to be? And I hope they didn't cut my feed. Uh-oh. Testing. Are we still live? Are we still live, Johnson? Something stopped on Facebook. So anyway, guys, I don't think I can play this video. I don't think I can play this video. Is this still playing well? I got to check and make sure we're still playing. I know we're not playing on Facebook. Testing. 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 Okay. It crashed on Facebook, Buck. I got a message from Facebook saying it crashed. And I was thinking it crashed on Facebook, Buck. Damn. Okay, so we crashed on Facebook, guys. I don't think I can play the particulars of what happened here with Kanye West. You know what? It doesn't matter what he's saying. It doesn't matter what he's talking about. Folks, I don't have to play him to show you. Now I'm worried about these clips now. I don't have to play. You can see here, this outfit is a Klan. Someone said it's an executioner's outfit. I don't know what it is. Is it an executioner's outfit or is that a Klan outfit? Yeah, I was told it was a Klan outfit, right? And why? You know, like, we know why it is. Because Kanye West has turned into something that we all detest. A self-serving, self-righteous blowhard who cares about nothing else except himself and making as much noise as humanly possible in order to sell stuff. And he's not even doing the dignity of pretending that he has something important to say anymore. Now it's just gratuitous, like just straight out self-serving nonsense that's meant to piss people off, that's meant to incite, that's meant to just get as much publicity as possible, touching the third rail of anything he can touch with no real concern about what it does to anyone. In no other real point other than making money. It does, look, I'm not saying it is occasional. I believe occasionally a broke watch is twice. A broke watch is correct twice a day, right? Okay, I'll give you that. But more often than not, man, all the theatrics, all the unnecessary over-the-top shenanigans. I mean, if people don't see through it now, I guess there's nothing we can do for you. You're just a lost soul, lost in the world of Kanye. And I get it. Some of you grew up on Kanye West. You feel like this was a guy that you admired, that you looked up to. Sonically, I hear talk, my son could go on and on about the sonic prowess of his album, Things, or whatever, the dark, dangerous, whatever things. What is it? The dark, nasty things? My beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy. See, I can't even say all that. And I respect that, you know. I remember him from Gold Digger. I remember him from Jesus Walks. All that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Through the fire. He was like really doing amazing things. But Kanye lost his way a long time ago. And now he's with DJ Academics, who's a deplorable human being, and he just is. His claim to fame is trying to get as many black people as possible to kill each other on his platform so he can pick up a couple dollars. You know, and it's where we are nowadays. This is where we are. Kanye West is a capitalizer Kanye West is a capitalizer of all the worst tendencies in our society, and he mobilizes and weaponizes them and utilizes them in order to grow his wealth. And that's not something to dap up. That's not something to praise. And it's like watching a train wreck, you know? And it's lame, and it's not worthy to be considered art at this point. My son was telling me that this new album won't even be him rapping. It'll be him using AI to make his voice, because Kanye feel like he should not have to rap anymore on his records. What an artist. Above doing his own art. Yeah, that's great artistry. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know exactly what he was trying to accomplish with this thing with academics, but I can tell you what he has accomplished. To seal his fate as being someone Black America needs to ignore. Finally. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this one, man. Wow. I don't even know if I can play the next video, man. But I want to cover it because, because I don't know why Facebook stopped my flow. All right, folks, now this is why I need to remind you, because we got to do this sometimes. We don't do this enough. We do not bring people into the fold and remind people of what we do here. So if you're independent media, you got to let people know what's going on with you. Okay. Tim Black Paws is the name of, it's a location. TimBlackPaws.com is where you go to pick up Tim Black gear. It's also co-sponsor of tonight's show. So go to Tim Black Paws to pick up our latest everything, okay? We got mugs, but we also have t-shirts, bandanas, aprons, bags, you name it, we got it. Tote bags, we got a lot of different stuff available at TimBlackPaws.com. Go there, support independent media, find something you like. We got everything from the cornbread, don't let anybody take your cornbread, to the Tim Black Wolfpack official memorabilia, y'all. So pick that up at TimBlackPaws.com. All right. Man, I didn't know much about Cynthia Erivo. That her name? I'm going to take a shot because I want to cover this because I never covered her. I know other people have talked about her, but I've never spoken about this woman. And what I'm hearing now is it's crazy. I'm wondering if they will allow me to talk about this. Let's see what happens. Now, Cynthia Erivo, she recently just did Wicked.
Do you think one of his young niggas knew how to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that he could have figured it out?
See, everything Kanye talk about is personal stuff. We don't know nothing about this.
Definitely.
This person did this verse. He didn't give me the beat. Shut up.
Tim Black. Next on deck with Tim Black.
It isn't easy. None of it is. Waking up and choosing to be yourself. Proclaiming a space belongs to you when you don't feel welcomed.
Yeah, look, man, I know that people want to complain about things, and that's what we do, right? People complain about things and about life. Actress Cynthia Erivo, I don't prefer her. I prefer Dominique Fishback. She was in the Life and Times of Tolomie Gray. I liked her. She was dope. She was also in that I think she was in The Wire, not The Wire. The one with Damson Idris. The new one. The other version of The Wire. No, I'm just kidding. But she's been in a lot of stuff. So I'm not a fan of Cynthia Erivo. And I know she's got a base. Dominique, I encourage you to find out Dominique Fishback. Okay? She does great work, and she's from here. She's American, and she doesn't talk down about Black Americans. Fishback's from Brooklyn, right? And she don't talk down on Black Americans. Not like this person. And now this person wants to make it about LGBTQIA and how if you don't let her pronounce her pronouns, if you don't pronounce the correct pronouns, then she's being abused by society because you won't say they. That's what this whole speech is about. Okay? She just got through doing a movie. Wicked, they did great. Wicked at the box office. Picked up a lot. They made a lot of money off of her. You know, there's some disparities in pay I heard about, but I haven't heard her complain too much about the disparities in pay, even though it's 15-1. Meaning Ariana Grande got 15 million, she got $1 million. But she's up here complaining about people not getting her pronouns right. She should, if she had any decency, any ethics, any integrity, she'd be complaining about not getting her money right. But see how they moved the goalposts? I'm trying to tell you, fam.
Teaching people on a daily basis how to address you and dealing with the frustration of reteaching people a word that has been in the human vocabulary since the dawn of time.
Maybe you shouldn't change it. Maybe they needs to stay, like we talk about multiple people. Maybe that's because you're trying to change something that doesn't need to be changed. Maybe people should just be one person, unless you are born a Siamese twin. Yeah, it's happened. There have been people that have been joined at the head, at the heart, at the arm, at the thigh, and this happens. Now, if you're born that way, then I get it. I understand it. Now, if you're not born that way, you say, well, this is the way I want to identify, that's want. That's something you want. I want things too. I want as much money as Ariana Grande got for doing. Nah. But I would like to make a lot of money for my show and blow my network up. And I would like to move all of the Tim Black family into a huge mansion. And then we have reality TV come film me doing what I do. The making of a internet political commentator. And I'd love for that to happen. But you know what? I can't bend the world to my will. And no amount of overacting by this Cynthia person who who took a dump on Black Americans, got caught doing it, then tried to clean it up. It ain't never gonna be cleaned up until you address it head up. Like seriously address it head up. But it's about more than that. Now we on this. Now she got with Dina White, the LGBTQ producer, puts out a lot of great work. And that's probably why she's Teflon and Erivo was able to come back and do, get work with her over dramatic, over the top speech. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to identify the way you want to identify. But what I'm saying is you cannot expect the rest of the world to go along with it. You can identify any way you want. There are people that think that they are animals, literal animals. I saw a guy walking around like he was a human dog. I don't know why he did it. You are free to be whatever you want in society. But to complain that other people do not agree with you or do not see you as you see you. Look, guys, I hope I'm making myself clear. I'm not hating on a person who wants to identify a certain way.
They, them.
My thing is, listen, if you're standing up and you're saying, hey, I'm standing up because I believe this thing is me and this is the way I want to be represented, I'm a they, them. Fine. You are empowered to do so. But to try to push the world, everyone else to agree with you, it to me destroys the whole point of standing up. Standing up means that's what you believe. That's what you stand on. I stand on things. I believe certain things. I believe the Black Americans need to lead the Democratic Party. I think that we have done nothing but been captive to a party that doesn't even have to try to get our vote, therefore has no real incentive to do anything for us except give certain Black people jobs. And by the exhibit of that, the symbolism of that will be enough to control the masses, to keep them in power. See, that's my ideology. That's what I believe to be true. But does that mean that everybody is going to agree with me? No. Do I get a platform on Glad to come up here and shame the world and say how hard my life is because other people don't see it the way I see it? No. And that's my problem with what they're doing. Other people have been weaponized to believe that what she's doing, if you don't agree with that you're a horrible person. And I think it's unnecessary for her to do this. I think it's pointless, and I think it's just seeking attention. There are probably lots of other people feel all kinds of ways about all types of things that they would like people to see them as. But you know what? They get up every day and they go do their jobs, they take care of their kids, they take care of their responsibilities, and they move on with life. They don't throw a hissy fit because other people don't see them the way they see themselves. Because at the end of the day, how you see yourself should be all that matters. And unless you're saying you're being denied a constitutional right, what are we really talking about? That's it. Let me know what y'all think about the Cynthia Erivo thing. I got a problem. It's hard for me to get past anybody calling Black Americans ghetto. You know, we're the only ones that could talk about Black Americans and how we conduct ourselves and purport ourselves. That's up for us to do. You know, I'm sure Mexicans have a lot to say about themselves. But if you crawl your Nigerian, Congolese, I don't know where you're from. But just like you would have no right to go to Mexico and tell Mexicans how to Mexican, I got a problem with you telling Black Americans how to do so. And I don't understand in what scenario that's okay for Cynthia Erivo or Levy or any of the rest of them who have done the same thing. It's how Black Americans demand the same respect. And people that look like us but ain't us should put respect on our name, respect on our name, spec. They need to put respect on our name just like anybody else. Till we demand that, we're gonna have a harder time. We should demand that. And that's not something crazy to demand. It's just demanding that you keep our name out your mouth if you want to tell Black people how to be Black. And how Black people need to speak. Meanwhile, you taking positions and acting jobs, speaking like Black people. It doesn't make sense. Unless you don't have to go to us to get the jobs, you go to white people to get you the job. Get what I'm saying? So you must be doing the bidding of the white folks because they don't hold it against you. Which is exactly why I got a problem with her. So yeah, I will admit I'm biased in this particular issue. But I don't have a problem with her identifying the way she identifies. I appreciate the person who sent me this story. I do not have a problem with the way she identifies. I have a problem with the way she identifies us. I have a problem with the way she talks about us. And I have a problem with her trying to force her opinions of herself on the other people, trying to project that. We ain't got nothing to do with how you feel about yourself. That's a personal thing. And unless you're being denied a constitutional right, what are we really talking about? Black people got a lot of issues in this country. Homelessness, poverty, an education system that's basically a prison pipeline for us. We got a lot of issues, healthcare issues, all types of issues. We do not need to throw into the mix, well, it's the way we feel about myself and the way I identify myself. That's so far down the trough when you can be up at night looking up at the bed, looking up at the stars or up at the ceiling about the way another person, pronouns they use when they talk to you, as if that is the biggest issue. You should be glad you got a roof over here and you are healthy to be able to see the ceiling. You understand what I'm saying? And that you are free and not incarcerated. We still trying to get those very basic things done for the majority of Black America. You understand what I'm saying? And I have a hard time understanding somebody who's a multimillionaire like Cynthia Erivo making this the biggest issue of the day. That's all. All right, that's it. That's all I got, man. But you know, I had to make myself clear. Because, you know, people take you out of context. If you let them. All right. I'm sure people will get me on that one. All right. Let's go to the next one, guys. Where are we at here? This next topic Yeah, I don't even want to take a chance playing the rest of her. There's some pushback to 50 Cent. When did 50 Cent start talking about politics? When did this happen?
It isn't easy to ask people to treat you with dignity since you should just have it because it's a given.
Now she's not getting dignity. Let me get out. Let me get off her. Come on, man. Okay, good. Let's talk about 50 Cent, y'all. This is a good one. 50 Cent. Now, why come no one told me that 50 Cent is now getting into politics? All right, so here goes the update about 50 Cent. And this, I didn't see this one coming. Here we go. I got my notes. Let's rock. 50 Cent, and of course, Roland Martin is upset, which makes this fun to do. Let's go.
This is Curtis James Jackson. You might know me as 50 Cent. I have a special message for the people of Louisiana. As you may have heard, I'm now a proud Louisiana property and business owner working hard to bring film and television industry back to Louisiana. I'm working because I have an opportunity to use my influence and make real change in the communities. I want to see more jobs and prosperity in the state of Louisiana. This is why I support the Amendment 2 on your ballot this Saturday. You should too. Don't let anyone confuse you about the Amendment 2. It gives teachers permanent pay raise. It doubles senior citizens tax deduction. This is all good stuff. Voting in favor of the Amendment 2 makes common sense. And this is a bipartisan effort. Every Louisiana State Senate Democrat voted to get the Amendment 2 on the ballot. This one is about the people coming together.
These Republicans are real scared. And so they have been using, of course, using text messages that have been going to black folks. I saw somebody on my post on social media, they don't even live in Louisiana, and they got a text message. And so.
Okay, so let's clear this up, man. 50 Cent, he's owning property now in Louisiana. He bought some property, and now there's an amendment in Louisiana supported by 50 Cent. Louisiana's Amendment 2, a tax code overhaul pushed by Governor Jeff Landry. Jeff Landry is a Republican. So that's part of the problem. That paints the picture. That's why Roland's up here talking, because we know if it's Republican, then Roland's going to fight for his team. His team is Democratic Party. Now, this amendment aimed to shift funds from the state savings to the general fund, making it easier for the governor and legislator to spend while tweaking the tax structure in ways Landry argued would boost business. 50 dropped a video, which we just played, endorsing just before the March 29 vote, which sparked a lot of noise online. Some saw it as a genuine move. So Roland's talking about that. Let's go.
You might say, well, who are they utilizing? Who are they having push stuff out? Would you believe rapper 50 Cent? Now, 50 Cent just signed a 45-year lease agreement for his studio buildings in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is the video Gary sent me that they have been sending around with 50 Cent backing one of these constitutional amendments. I want y'all to listen.
This is Curtis James Jackson. You might know me as 50 Cent. I have a special message for the people of Louisiana. As you may have heard, I'm now a proud Louisiana property and business owner working hard to bring film and television industry back to Louisiana. I'm working because I have an opportunity to use my influence and make real change in the communities. I want to see more jobs and prosperity in the state of Louisiana. This is why I support the Amendment 2 on your ballot this Saturday. You should too. Don't let anyone confuse you about the Amendment 2. It gives teachers permanent pay raise. It doubles senior citizens tax deduction. This is all good stuff. Voting in favor of the Amendment 2 makes common sense. And this is a bipartisan effort. Every Louisiana State Senate Democrat voted to get the Amendment 2 on the ballot. This one is about the people coming together.
Did the Power Coalition, did you or any others, did 50 Cent reach out to black activists to talk to them about any of this?
I've never had a conversation with 50. I reached out to you. I reached out to some other folks on the national level who I felt may have a relationship with the brother, because look, you may not know, okay? I'm trying to give the brother the benefit of the doubt. 50, you may not understand how this will hurt working class people, how this is gonna hurt poor people. You may not have read the legislation because it's such a complicated piece of legislation that people sued in order to have it removed from the ballot because the language is so long and complicated because it's confusing. The reality is this policy is gonna restructure our tax plan, cost poor people more money, help rich people keep more of their money, and it's a bad deal for the working class people of Louisiana. It is also disappointing when black folks who have acquired a certain level of wealth talk to wealthy white people to come then tell black folks what they ought to do.
So here's my thing about it, man, and I was just trying to make sure. These are my numbers because this is a lot of talk, and I don't want to use all of Roland Martin's video. It looks like the people didn't want this amendment. Okay, so despite strong backing from Governor Jeff Landry, who framed it as a key part of the economic reform agenda to make Louisiana more business-friendly, voters rejected Amendment 2. The final tally showed approximately 35% in favor and 65% against, with a margin of over 185,000 votes. The rejection was part of a broader trend in the election, as Louisiana voters turned down all 4 proposed constitutional amendments on the ballot. Each received less than 40%. It was a significant setback for Landry, who had campaigned heavily for Amendment 2, calling it the linchpin to economic prosperity in Louisiana. So, man, look, my thing about it is, okay, so the Democrats and Republicans, they always go at it. We play these Catfield and McCoy battles, right? I don't know what's exactly in this for 50 Cent other than he has a business in Louisiana. My thing is it possible he did think it was going to benefit the people of Louisiana? Why would he want to move to a state, invest money in that state, and then destroy the state? Which is why I don't like Roland Martin's framing of anything. You know, it doesn't make sense. What you're suggesting is that he want to come in and rob the people and ruin the state, make things harder for the people in the state. And I won't agree with that. I'm not going to just agree with that because you disagree with him on this point. He's got a stake in Louisiana. He's been investing heavily in Shreveport, leasing Sageworks for his G-Unit films and planning a sports entertainment venue. Supporters argue he's betting on economic growth that could bring jobs, not just lining rich folks' pockets, which is the way that, shout out to the brother here, I forget his name, Brother Chambers, Gary Chambers. Shout out to him, but that's the way people have been framing it. I don't know if it's Gary, but that's the way I've been hearing them call, what I've been hearing people say about 50. And I know that is his disposition, but he's putting money into Shreveport. I'm just saying, it just doesn't make sense to paint it as if he wants to destroy. He wants to just put money in rich people's pockets. Now, they say his endorsement could reflect self-interest or belief in Landry's pitch. That's some anti-people conspiracy. He hasn't commented much since the vote, so we're left guessing for his motives. I tell you this, maybe 50 Cent will be thinking once, twice, maybe 3 times before he jumps out into like the political areas again. You know, because this wasn't successful, and I'm thinking is, you know, he might take a hit with his brand. And for what? Is it possible there were some considerations from the governor for him to do business in that state?
I think that's a disingenuous position. I can appreciate him coming into our state, but oh boy, mind your business when it comes to this one.
So,
see, all that right there is not the way he would talk to white people. See what I'm saying? Oh boy, mind your business when it comes to us. See, this is why I felt it important for me to do this segment. Yeah, you know, Democrats, y'all be minding your business, and y'all be, and whatever business y'all be minding, it tends not to help Black Americans all that much. That's what I see. You know, you can talk about numbers in Louisiana. I can talk about numbers nationally. It does not seem to be that we're benefiting all that much from going with your party, Mr. Chambers and Mr. Roland Martin. But that type of attitude, like, yo, what are you doing over here? Like, he's putting money into Shreveport. He's building in your state. And I was under the impression that you like jobs. I was under the impression that you like expansion. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I guess I'm tripping, huh? I guess I'm off base. That ain't important. You need to just mind your business. Okay, mind your business and now use your money where you see fit. And Gary, just because you live in Louisiana, just because you ran and failed to win in Louisiana, don't mean you get to tell other people not to where they can go and what they can do in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same thing. And I don't know 50 Cent at all, but it just seemed like territorial. And I'm sure there's a lot of black people that could benefit from investment in Louisiana. And I know when y'all did this, but didn't the measure fail? So is this like a victory lap? What's going on?
And so here's the deal. Let's be real clear. Jeff Landry is MAGA to his core. And
you're Nancy Pelosi to your core. And you tap dance for Hillary. So what the heck are we talking about? I think that what you did was more disgusting, Roland, because Clinton never was president. What was that? That was some lame, goofy stuff. So what are you talking about? Let's just be clear. He's MAGA to his core. Oh, you mean a winner? That's what you mean. The same guy that's been voted 3 times to lead his party, 3 times in a row, and you was up here pushing go-karts for Biden, who was mentally declined, and you knew it, and you didn't care. And then you got behind Kamala and picked up your little money and kept it moving. When's the last time I heard you talk about Kamala Harris? After you picked up almost $500,000 for that bogus interview. See, we go tit for tat about who's compromised, who's not compromised, and who they socialize with. Last time I checked, black people by and large don't vote for Republicans or voted for Trump. 80% is nothing to be like, ooh, look at this protest vote. That's not a lot of people, really. 80% of Americans voted for, 80% of black Americans voted for Kamala Harris. Only 20% voted for Trump. That's not enough to say that anything that's not happening for the black community, that you can put that on Trump. You got to put that on the Democratic Party. You just have to. Because that's who we vote for 90 to 95% of the time. Who you have no real smoke for unless it's advertising revenue that Roland Martin feels he's not getting for his network. Black Star Network.
It's not like this is about black folk.
And look at Gary. Ooh, we taking a dump on 50? Yay. Here we go. I got something I want to say. I knew I had something else to say that I could drag him further. Go ahead, Gary. Get it all.
Roland, you know what blows me about this? I wasn't going to go there, but I'm going to go there. 50 wouldn't say nothing about the national politics that impacts the entirety of black people in America. Couldn't get...
Oh, because he wasn't supporting Kamala Harris. Maybe him not saying anything was helping you. Yeah, maybe he didn't say anything because he had nothing positive to say about your Democratic candidate. And unless you wanted him to weigh in and be anti-Kamala, maybe he felt it was best for him not to get involved. Could that be it, Gary? Because that everybody was drinking the Kool-Aid on Kamala like yourself. You and Roland. Did you do some canvassing? Did you work for the Harris campaign there in Louisiana? Mr. Chambers, did you work for Kamala Harris? Did you pick up any money on behalf of Kamala Harris during her campaign? She was giving money out. It wasn't her money. It's not like she earned it, right? Came from the people. And she was just giving it out like hotcakes. Here you go, Oprah. Here you go, Al. Here you go, Roland. Was Gary's name on there further down the trough? I'm just asking. Were you working for an organization that was employed or funded by Kamala Harris in some way during her election cycle? I'm just asking questions, man. Because you seem real giddy to make this point. Yeah, I think it's possible. A lot of people disagreed with Kamala Harris, and a lot of black Americans, I don't know if you know the temperature, a lot of black Americans are tired of the Democrats. And some of them, their way of helping y'all was not helping him. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't even take that as grace. They gave you grace, brother. And you still got destroyed. Both chambers of the House and the presidency. But let Gary have the last word.
get you to open your mouth about what black folks should do in the presidential election.
Oh, you mean like LeBron, open your mouth? At the end of the day, just one person, right? Like, what, you think he said something that's going to change everything for y'all? You had Beyonce, oh, you need a 50 Cent too, huh? You had Plies. Y'all had Plies, Push for Kamala. Why else you need 50 Cent to help too? You had DL. You had the son of me, like you had the black vote all sold up. Why would you need 50 Cent? And whenever I see a brother on a Zoom or a sister on a Zoom with a picture of themselves in their background, as if seeing one of you is not enough, all I can think is narcissist and egomaniac. You know who else does that? Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett does interviews with pictures of herself in the background of the same screen that she's on when she's doing the interview, which to me symbolizes something mentally damaged in a person. You know, I promote my brand. I have my brand around here, but I don't have pictures of me. I'm the picture of me. This is goofy stuff, and it's unsettling. Maybe that's why you were so giddy just a moment ago.
Now we got the Department of Education being torn down when black folks are.
The Department of Education takes a lot of money off the top, but we don't need taking off the top. Send that shit straight to the states, sir. Keep the money flowing and keep it going straight to the states. You've been around long enough. I'm sure you've been around some real people in them streets, and you know you don't need no middleman taking a cut of the money. Send the money to where it needs to go. I don't know why you want to act like you are down and you a G. You rolled up a blunt on your campaign flyer and you're losing the election, and you know exactly how the streets move. And then act like you don't understand that we need that money not be coming off the top. Send that money to the states. I've had educators on this show come here and speak to that who are not affiliated with the Democratic Party. They're speaking for themselves of having a quarter of a century worth of experience in our education system. And they're nonpartisan. They just want what's best for the kids. Not for a party, not for somebody they're trying to get elected. Anyway, yeah, folks, I'm not saying that 50 Cent is right or wrong. I'm saying that whenever I see the Democratic Party shellacking a brother or painting him a certain way, I gotta jump in and take a look at it for myself, because they have a way of smearing people. The Democratic Party spin leans hard into the 50 Cent as if he's portraying us narrative. You know, folks, the Democratic Party is not us. The Democratic Party is them people. Just like the Republican Party is them people. And anybody who doesn't see those parties in that way is them people, not us. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, guys. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Where are we at now? Oh, he goes a little bit of 50 Cent at a meeting here. Yeah, he was in Louisiana. You couldn't find him. He right here in Louisiana right now talking. Here he is.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I didn't even know I had to speak.
You did.
Somebody set me up. Somebody set me up. It had to be Gary. Gary did it.
Listen to you, Gary. He talking about you, sir. There you go, Gary. Let's keep going.
No, this is exciting, man. I'm really just excited to be able to be here today. You know, so you guys it's important for this project is a legacy project for me. I don't think I've done anything that directly affected as many people as this project will hear this report. And I'm just excited to get to it.
We ready for you to get to it, too. We are. You don't know what you heard about us.
Yeah. No, I try to tell them all roads lead to Shreveport.
I tell them again.
It's going to be that way, whether they like it or not, because it's the direction that we headed in. You know, creatively, I haven't had an opportunity to affect more people than I have at the moment, because film and television, there's no age range. You know, hip hop is a youth culture thing, and I'm getting ready to turn 50 this year. 50 turns 50.
50 turns
50 got to do bigger things. Got to do bigger things.
Council.
I'm looking at all of these faces and I'm going, which one of them ain't going to vote for me?
Look at me, I don't get a vote.
It won't be me.
I get a chance to see this room online.
Yeah.
I see you guys vote on other things and stuff like that. And it's exciting to just be here.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit like maybe girls jumping the fence, jumping out there a little bit on 50. And I guess, it affords you a certain amount of extra push. I mean, Gary, instead of trashing 50 Cent, won't you work with him? Maybe next time you'll win your election. You have, somebody in your corner, that can help, open some doors and also provide funding where necessary. Nothing against that, my brother. Just doesn't seem like he's a vulture trying to destroy Louisiana, which is the way that I'm seeing Democrats frame this. He don't seem like a vulture to me right there. He said he's been watching online, he's been watching what's going on, he's investing in the state, in Shreveport specifically. I just don't like it. People try to do the same with Dave Chappelle, folks. They try to paint Dave Chappelle because he didn't want outside contractors coming in and building certain structures in certain locations that would take away from the community that he's invested in. And the community supported the same thing. It wasn't like he was leading the community. He was with the community. The community was with him. They were one. 50 Cent, now, according to what I read, the community is now with 50 Cent on this. They side with the opposition to Jeff Landry on this particular amendment. So all I can do from the outside is agree with the people. Is that what the people seem that they want? My thing is, why you got to smear him? Why come he just can't be somebody you disagree with? Why can't you just say you disagree with him? Why does it have to be, he a vulture, he's a carpetbagger coming from out of town trying to destroy and put money in their white people's pocket and take money from black kids? And this type of framing is just dirty business. It's sick. That's sick. That's nasty work.
See you face to face. It's cool.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. They said you weren't coming back.
They said it's a big rich town.
Yes.
I'm just from the poet's bar.
That's all I had, man.
That's all you had? You ready to close out the meeting now, huh?
No, we got a couple of
You
votes
got a couple
to take.
more? All right. Mayor Snow, do you have any communication?
Okay. Let's hold up there, man. That was you didn't seem that bad an opportunity. What can I say? I said all I need to say. I just don't think it's really benefit anyone to just smear people, to smear as this person. They got their own struggles in Louisiana. They got weak leadership, recent electoral losses. So painting 50 as a villain fits their playbook to rally folks. That's exactly what they were doing. Once again, Louisiana, the Democrats in Louisiana have their own struggles. They have weak leadership, recent electoral losses, and painting 50 as the villain fits their playbook. But there's no hard proof he's actively against Louisiana's people versus just chasing his own bag or buying into a different vision. It's a messy mix of politics, optics, and personal hustle. Classic 50 Cent territory. Yeah, but I say you need more than just party lines on X chatter to call it either way for sure. It's just the way the Chambers and Rowland came across, and in the way I've seen some other Democrats paint the picture as if 50 Cent is like kicking old women out of their wheelchairs and and taking candy out of babies, taking milk away from babies' bottles, taking baby bottles out of children's mouths. Put it that way. And I think that's just whack. All right, next. Last story, folks. Now this, Lord have mercy. Fam. Here we go. That would be a good time to make sure you hit like on the show as we go into the last segment of the show, guys. This is something I put it past the audience. I wasn't sure we were going to comment on it. I wasn't even going to touch this one. This TYT fallout mess. Let's tee it up. Yeah, I wasn't going to go there, but here we are. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about this because, hey, but y'all pulled me in. Yeah, I ran a poll on my community tab on YouTube, and over 1,000 votes. And almost half of y'all said, yes, Tim, call it out. Okay, so, let's get surgical, all right? Now remember, this is not about defending Jank Yuger or Francesca Fiorentini. This is about two phony players, that's right, two phony players in the same broken system putting on a show and calling it movement work. One's crying about being disrespected, the other's casting in on victimhood. Meanwhile, the actual movement, I don't know. We're still waiting. Still silenced. Okay, so we're going to break this down by what was said. We're going to go point by point and what it really means, especially for folks who still think independent media is about principles and about moving us forward as a community and not for profit. Okay? You in for it. Spoiler alert, TYT is a corporation. So let's say that before we play anything. It's a corporation, therefore it is for profit. Another spoiler alert. Francesca was a salaried employee. So she is also working for profit. Okay, just throw that out there. So we got two for-profit entities. She would not have showed up if it was for free. And the corporation would not have kept her if she wasn't beneficial to their bottom line. Okay. Now she's launching her come up. That's what I think. I think that's what she's doing. Francesca's launching her come up. And what better way to do it to get publicity? I've seen more of Francesca in the last few days than I've seen of her in the last 10 years. And Jank is mad because someone finally used his own formula on him. Have at it, Hoss. Of course. Let's keep going. Let's get going, fam. Yeah.
Recently, Francesca Fiorentini asked us at TYT to take her podcast, Habituation Room, off the network. And we happily agreed to that. And today, I'm going a little further, and I'm going to take Francesca off the network entirely. So you won't see her on any of the TYT shows going forward. So I want you guys to know why I'm doing that and how this whole situation isn't really about Francesca. It's about TYT, our community, and what we stand for.
See, this is why I got a problem off the break, guys. Listen, this is classic corporate deflection. What do you mean this isn't personal? This isn't about Francesca. You're firing her, right? Damn it, that's personal. She is a person. You didn't fire a group of people. You didn't fire an entity. You fired a person. Francesca Fiorentini, whether you disagree or agree with her, she is a person. So this is not personal. You're firing someone and using community values to make it sound noble. Man, just say you fired her because the vibes were garbage. Yeah, just say you fired her for her big mouth and the vibe wasn't there. Don't drag it out like it's a civil rights speech. But that's what he's going to do.
And so we're for open minds and open hearts. And so I want all of you to know that, and I want to build a community that believes in that.
He's running for office again? Jank, are you running for office again and didn't tell nobody? Because that's what this feels like. Spoiler alert, you lose.
And invites people in that believe in the same things. And by the way, if you don't believe in the same things and you say, no, I have a strict ideology and I have no open mind about that, no problem. There are tons of shows out there for you guys.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
Because I'm gonna do it for you.
See, I tried to I tried to label these so that I would stay on point because I don't want to take too much time. So this segment is called "She Called Me a BR." Okay.
Or you don't have to
but
come
I'm not
to
cracking
me.
down. Again, you're misstating it. I'm doing the exact opposite. You're cracking down by saying, Jank, you're out of bounds. So you should stop with your stupid opinion. And because you're implicating me.
I can't believe that a guy who I used to admire and who I thought had a lot of fight is trying to scratch the back of people who absolutely would never do the same for them.
So we just spent an hour and a half me explaining how I'm not scratching their back. I'm trying to get
But I can show you more
populace
clips,
to agree
man.
with us on things we believe in and we've always believed in. And you go back to scratching their back.
At least the
So
trains
listen,
will run on time.
Yeah, scratching the back and not scratching the back. You know, scratching the back is a relative term. And yeah, that's if he says he's not, you say he is. Well, he wins because he gets to say what he's doing. You don't get to say what he's doing, but okay, keep going.
The train's running on time, presumably a reference to Germany. I'm the collaborator, and I'm scratching the right wing's back by having my opinion. The opinion I've always had, an opinion I've had for years, and you guys have seen for years on the show. But if you don't agree with Francesca in that particular case, and some other folks in the extreme left, well, you're not allowed to have that opinion. That is immoral by definition. And how dare you disagree with them? That makes you a right winger, a collaborator, et cetera. But if you say, hey, Jank, look, I know that she's quoting someone, collaborating with an authoritarian government and saying that that's what you're doing and you're helping the right wing. And that she's not open to the idea of, hey, maybe there's a different strategy and a different opinion on this that gets us to the same result, protecting trans folks or whichever topic we're talking about. Okay, if you're not. And at that point, I certainly hadn't done anything. I think that was, I didn't appreciate that, but that's okay. We kept going, and she's been on the network since. Then she started to do more and more and more, and it got more and more personal. So after that discussion, this happened.
I like that we can both be very Mediterranean about it and get super mad, but then rein it in and be cool and then be yeah, we're just gonna yell and then we're gonna be fine and then we're gonna get over it. So that's the kind of beer I like to have.
Yes, thank you.
Next on deck.
Yeah, folks, I mean, look, I'm a business owner. And if someone goes off on me like that, calls me a dumbass and a B on my own platform. Yeah, I think I'd fire their ass too. I fired them like a 357. I fired them like a 9mm. I would fire them immediately. No safety. That's what I would do. That's a wrap. But you know what? My only thing is, let's not act like Jank Yuger doesn't breed chaos. He does. He built his brand on confrontation. Now he's shocked when it turns inward on him. Nah, man, you and Anna both like confronting people. You do it all the time. Usually the people that you're confronting are not there to defend themselves. In your case, you were there to defend yourself. And she still took you to the woodshed and you allowed her to do it. Letting her do it and then deciding to stop, you might as well have stopped when she first started crossing the line. Let's keep going.
With Tim Black.
2 days later.
I mean, I have my own thoughts on why he's doing it. I think, if you think your brain was broken by the 2024 election, I think we're looking at a case where someone's brain was broken even harder.
Okay, but look, guys, if she had said that about another host, I probably would have drawn the line there. But it's about me, so I wanted to give more leeway. My brain is broken. And by the way, that's still, okay, the first time she's getting super personal. Collaborator, maybe that's a political opinion. Now we're a broken brain, even though we were supposed to have a beer and we were supposed to hash it out and be okay afterwards, but apparently not okay afterwards. But then that was the tip of the iceberg. She continued again and again. Here's the next one.
I do think it's sad that even though they allow people like us into the fold and the fray, they refuse to learn from us or listen to us. And I think that when you have been doing this work for so long, and you still cannot grasp the idea of intersectionality, how race and gender and class all intertwine with one another, and how the right, the fascist goal is to divide us based on these lines. Like, I don't know like who you are. Like, I don't even know if you're smart. You know what I mean? I don't even know. First of all, I don't know who your political mentors are. I don't know who you look up to. I don't know what your touchstones are. I don't know if you know your history in terms of like civil rights, women's rights, gay rights struggle in this country. I don't know anything.
Next on deck.
Yeah, man, this whole thing is just, when I listen to her talk like that, all I could think was, man, Jesus Christ, get rid of her immediately. Like, have your own platform. Work for yourself. Do your own thing. You know, I'm looking at both of them. So both of them sitting here. You got a former guy who was grieving, pissed off, a former employee, other guy, mayor, and now her. You know, both of them doing the same thing. But I don't feel bad for Jank in this case because he takes hits at people all the time. It's just whack that she was doing that. Was that on TYT's network that she was doing that? I couldn't tell if that was her situation room or if that was TYT. I think it was her. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, because this is a rebroadcast that Jank did, including this. So I don't know. If she did this on her own platform, so what? You know, that's what they do. That's what people do. You know, whenever you work with somebody in this game, then they go make a bunch of videos. There's nothing you can do about that. And that ain't even worth you doing all this showcasing, Jank, because you do the same thing. Look, if you make videos about people, we all make videos about people. Those people are people. When you make videos about people, people can make videos about you, right? So if she's making a video about you, eat it or ignore it. Those are your options. Mondale, same thing. If he makes videos about you, you gotta let him, you know, what can you do? You know, TYT goes hard in the paint on people all the time, calling them all types of names, as if those people do not have feelings, as if those people do not get upset. They do. Jank does not get now to cry foul because it's being done to him. It's just roosters coming home to roost. Do I think it's whack? Yeah. Because she was still an employee. Yeah, that's my biggest. Let me say that very plainly. My biggest beef with Francesca is that she was doing all of this while still getting paid by this man and by this corporation. That's low down dirty. What is it? You wanted to get the unemployment check? Really? Yeah, like, what are you waiting for? Real talk. What are you waiting for? That you could diss him to that extent and still pick up money? Well, to me, that's scumbag. These are the type of things you fear. It's sort of like if you ever wanted to own property, people tell you owning property is one way to make a lot of money. Own property, become a landlord. They leave out squatters. Francesca was a squatter. Yeah, somebody who won't leave of their own volition. You know? And I equate her taking a dump on the owner of the business that's paying her as someone who won't leave your property, who's, meanwhile, they're putting stuff on the walls and putting holes and stuff and letting their dog take a crap all over their place. Yeah. Francesca was a squatter. You got to go out and get an injunction to get her removed off the premises. And if you don't think that's lame, Francesca, and other person, Mayor Robinson, I don't know. You ain't paying attention.
I don't even know if you're smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, telling your boss, I don't even know if your boss is smart. Yeah, why work for him? Leave. I had the same opinion when other people had problems with Jank. Why do you work there? Why did he have to fire you? Why didn't you quit? Because you're playing a game. Because this is all about publicity. You know now that A lot less people will listen to you now that you don't work there. How much longer can you ride this? As long as I want. I may be claiming I'm people of color, but to most people, you're white girl. People love white girl tears, and that's what you're going to do. And Jank's doing white guy tears, and you're doing white girl tears. And we'll see how that works out. I bet you she gets a lot further on this than Mondale did. What's that other black guy who got canned a while back? I forget his name, but he got some great content out there. Maybe he was with the other TYT. But Rebel Headquarters, I think it was, whatever. I don't know what division these all people were in, but I think it was Rebel Headquarters. But the point is, watch her numbers and what happens with her grievance. Let's see how the public reacts to it, the progressive public. Look how they reacted to Mondale. Remember the other brother? I don't remember his name at this point. And watch how they treat Francesca. Case closed, face closed. Let's keep going.
I don't even know. First of all, I don't know who your political mentors are.
With Tim Black.
Of course not.
And yes, as I told Jank, I do feel very implicated. I have felt implicated by their takes, specifically around crime and policing.
I thought that was crazy. I feel implicated. Quit! 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 If you feel implicated, if you feel like I can't be associated, I can't be known to work for this place, leave. Are you a Visa? Do you have a Visa card or one of those B1 visas where you only get to stay in the country if Jank employs you? I don't know what nationality she is. I thought she was a U.S. citizen. What's going on here? Some type of servitude, indentured servitude happening here? She Irish? What's happening here, man? Somebody tell me what's going on. Like, how is this a complaint? I feel tarnished. See, this, folks, is exactly why I stopped rocking with these people. Do you hear what I'm saying? Black people, do you feel implicated with the job you had to pay your bills and take care of your family? You feel implicated? Really? You feel like it's lowering you as a human being to have to work there? You know, sitting on your ass and talking for a living? Oh, okay. You know, black people, this is a slap in the face. And this is why people say, oh, intersectionality and this and that. Nah, man, stop comparing everything to everything else. This is what I'm talking about. She will compare this to black struggle. Well, I worked for TYT and I didn't like what they were. No, did they pay you? Yeah. Was there a problem with your paycheck? No problems with my paycheck, but they chose to have certain stances that I disagree with. Did they make you have those stances? Or they were going to beat you up after work? No, of course not. Okay, well, they deducted pay out your paycheck if you didn't have the identical stances. No, not at all. I'm sorry, man, what's the problem? Because the way I feel inside, it feels like I'm being ridiculed and being punished, and I can't keep my head up. I walk past people, I literally have to look at the ground now because I work at TYT. Why would anybody know that? You weren't even a major person on the network. I mean, come on, if you were Anna, maybe it'd be different. Maybe if you were John Iadarola, maybe a little different. Less so, but a little bit different. I mean, even the black guy, the cool black guy that sits in the back, whose name I forget, no disrespect to you, but you've been with the brand for 15 years, man. You wouldn't even have more basis to make this claim than her. Some people in my survey was like, come on, Tim, she's a bit player. No one cares if she left. Get off her, Tim, don't cover it. But since that was only 30%, I decided to cover it anyway. Plus, I'm having fun. And shouldn't we all enjoy our jobs? Right, Francesca? Let's keep going. Now we're on trans athletes, and this is going to get fun.
In years past, definitely by this new heel turn since Trump's reelection, and absolutely by the misrepresentation of the Los Angeles fires and who the responsibility lies on. It It is enraging, to say the least.
The Los Angeles fires are not the responsibility of the mayor. They're apparently the responsibility of Republicans, or I don't know. I don't know what her thought on that is, and I don't know why she's enraged by that, but that's okay. Apparently, I've taken a heel turn. By the way, all those folks, not just Francesca, but others that told you we're right wing, you watch the show every single day, you see us criticizing Trump and Elon Musk over and over and over and over again, telling you how they're gonna do a $4.5 trillion robbery in those tax cuts. Yesterday, we talked about how they're already, hammering Social Security and costing good Americans, what they need from Social Security, how they're gonna cut $800 billion from Medicaid, how there's a series of robberies on the way, et cetera. But it's okay, let's just simplify things and say anyone who disagrees with us a little bit is a right winger. But the good news is, at least Francesca will not be implicated anymore. And I never understood that, because she's been saying this for a long time now, that she was implicated by us. Then why keep taking the check? And it's not a big check, and Francesca has had a career before us. She talks about that, of course she did. And she'll have a career after us. There's no problem with that. So why, if you think we're collaborators and we've taken a heel turn and we're working with fascists, why did you choose to get implicated with us all these days? But good news, no longer implicated. Believe it or not, she did not stop there. This is now another show. Watch.
So Jank's line up until this point has been, no, it's at the collegiate level and above. I think once you get to the college level and above, that's when it's bad. So he would be on board with what the ends.
Next on deck.
Anybody out there actually believes she didn't want to get fired? This is a person begging to get fired here. This somebody want to pick up an unemployment check, right? Or have a grievance or something. Like, this gotta be it. She's probably gonna sue you, Jank. That's probably, what else? Why would she not leave? This is the worst, man. This is why you gotta be careful, man. You really do.
With Tim Black.
CAA said recently. But you're so dumb. You're so dumb. I don't even know how to explain this to you anymore. Unless, this is the other option, unless you also are a transphobe. You know what I'm saying? Unless you also are kind of a misogynist.
Because if you disagree with Francesca or anyone on that part of the spectrum, well, you must be a misogynist. You must be collaborating with the fascists. And obviously you must be unintelligent. Now, if I had called her dumb, I wonder what her reaction would have been. My guess is nuclear. But I didn't call her that because we have a disagreement. We have a political disagreement. You don't need to make it personal. Not done yet, one last one.
What has it got you? What did it get you? When you go and share a stage with Dr. Phil, what did it get you? Nothing. You know why? Because you look like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You look like a bitch. That's what it is. Like, that's just what it comes down to.
Why is it that she gets to use that type of language about him, but if you did it about her, yeah, I agree with Jank on that. And I've had content where I had to criticize Jank, but that's low. And the fact that this is what the left is, man. This is it. That's it. No clean breaks. Now, in the corporate media world, you don't think that Joy Reid has some worse for CNN? The CNN's got a lot of lawyers, and it would destroy her career, and she wouldn't be able to go get work anywhere else. But in independent media, you could trash your boss, work with him for 5 years or however long it was, trash the hell out of him, stab him in the back several times. Make content after content after content after content, shitting on the guy who signs your check. And then people still think you're a good person and think you're somebody they want to do business with. And for the record, calling somebody a trans athlete, though trans girls he feels that trans girls should be able to compete in high school, not college or pros, and you still call them a transphobe? Look, as a father of 3 girls, I believe I get his point. Let's ask a question. Let's put it this way. Let's ask female athletes. It's not about transphobic to want fairness in competition. It's about what will be fair for the women that are playing, not just for the one individual who used to be a man who used to, identify as a man who's not identifying as a man, but to the rest of the world, it's still a man. It still has certain advantages biologically. But yeah. But once again, Janks make this about him, not about the issue. He makes it about this woman attacking him to make it about the issue. Or just give whatever. Take the hit. You got insurance. Take the hit. Take the hit, offer money, get rid of her. And maybe that's what she wants, to start her own network. I'm telling you, there's ulterior motives. And when those motives come to light, let's see if the Democrats or the liberals or the progressives or whatever they call themselves, let's see if any of them will keep it honest. I've seen the vulture channels already bringing her on to run Jank in the ground over this. Because their come up is to do anti-content. And that's all it is. Let's keep going, fam. We're almost done. Not much longer.
You don't look like a fighter. You don't look smart. You look like a bitch.
Why does she get to do that? Why is that okay? See what I'm saying? That's why I do not take these people seriously at all. At all. This is what your heroes look like. Talk about self-serving. Talk about hypocritical. Are we almost done yet? Damn, let me get through this.
That's just the reality. I've tried to tell it to you nicely. I've tried to tell it to you cordially. I've tried to tell it to you on your show, on my show, on every show. And so either you A, are a bitch, or B, you actually agree with the right. And I'm starting to think, in fact, I do think it's the latter.
Okay. So again, if I had called her that would have been a different situation, right? But look, guys, also on the policy or the strategy, when you go talk to the right wingers, first we did that, and I mainly did that, and there was a lot of blowback saying, don't ever talk to the right wing, but they won the popular vote. How are we gonna win back the voters if we never talk to them? If we don't win them back, we can't ever win an election.
Next on deck.
You know what? I think this is all bogus. A lot of this is bogus because Jank is just doing what most news agencies does, which is follow the wind, follow the way the wind is blowing to stay in business for the most part. That's what Jank is doing. And Jank can't be honest and say, hey, yeah, we are somewhat modifying our approach in order to stay viable in the system. Because unfortunately, folks, there are a lot of Americans who don't watch the issues that closely like you think they do. And in order to stay viable, you have to change with the times. You have to modify your approach. Once upon a time, it was bell bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, it was action slacks. Once upon a time, it was baggy jeans. Once upon a time, it was skinny jeans. Like, you got to keep moving. Now it's straight leg or whatever. Like, you got to keep moving with the times. But all along, you've been selling jeans. Now, at some point, you don't want to go totally counter to your beliefs. I will always hold there are policies that I believe that need to happen. But there are other policies that I never really agreed with the Democrats or with the progressives. I've always supported gun ownership because I know too many people that needed guns who live places that you need guns, frankly, for your personal safety, not to hunt food, to hunt people that might come through your door and people trying to get you at night when you kind of come into your door, that they don't have to deal with. So they get to be on their high horse and tell other people how to live their lives. So I never agree with that. Okay, but to pretend that a corporation ain't gonna be a corporation when it's a corporation is crazy. And the same token goes for Francesca, to pretend she ain't trying to do this with an agenda, that she don't have her own motivations, that she's some philanthropist. Well, why didn't she work for free then? Why is she working for free? Why wasn't she donating her time to TYT? Since this is all philanthropy. I had some really great people to help me with editing, and they wanted to get paid too. As much as they loved the Tim Black Show, as much as they knew I was barely keeping my lights on, they all wanted their money. Right? Right. So I couldn't afford to employ him anymore because I couldn't afford to pay him. Then all that, I'm a this and I'm a that and all these other things. Yeah, and they want their money on time too. Word. So yeah, I think we're almost done now. Almost. Yeah, almost Tim. Keep going.
With Tim Black.
You've heard me say that year after year after year. What's the prize? The prize, by the way, note to other online hosts, is not more subscribers. The prize is passing bills, because those are the only things that affect our voters, our audiences, their actual lives. Let's pass paid family leave. Let's pass Medicare for all, higher wages, etc. And I hope wherever you are on the left-wing spectrum or the middle or wherever you are, I hope that you agree. And I hope that we all work together in trying to pass those bills. So please, eyes on the prize. And so look, I'm gonna show you two charts here for a reason. Some Media Matters did this chart recently. You guys, some of you might have seen it on air. And it has the right-wing shows online in red, and it has the left-wing shows online in blue, okay? What we did there, and I hope you can see it, is we put a little bit of a green circle around the TYT show. So the Young Turks is right next to Rogan. We got 12 million subscribers, one of the largest ones in the whole chart. But Rebel Headquarters is also on there. Damage Report is on there. Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie's on there. And when you put them together, that's 18.8 million. And it is one of the largest presence in online media, period. If you include our alumni, people that have been in part of the TYT network in one way or another throughout the years, then we're at 30.1 million subscribers with the way that Media Matters build something. Fox News has dominated discourse in this country for at least 20 years, almost 30 now. And they've made an enormous.
You know, Jank's got a lot of talking to do, but at the end of the day, you are complicit, brother. Jank is complicit just like Francesca's complicit. They're both complicit in doing what's best serving them, you know, and he's moving with the way the wind is blowing to a certain degree in order to stay viable in the market because you want access. And TYT's they've been walking the line of the centrist for years now. This is not new. And for Francesca to wake up one day and realize it now, it's cap. Because I saw it years ago. We've been talking about this, about TYT, since 2016. Come on. We over this joint, we're saying the Jetsons out here. And now here you come. And she got a check and she was silent until it became a popular time for her to rebel. And now's the time for her to rebel. Cut the crap. That's right. It's a good time to rebel from HQ Rebel. From TYT's Rebel channel. Kick them while they down. And maybe you can join Mondale and that other brother who left, and y'all can form Votron and create a entity that can rival TYT. And maybe Dr. Rashad will join you.
Difference, and I think for the worse, for the much, much worse. We're trying to build a network that makes a difference for the better. But by the way, you don't have to agree with us, and you don't have to say, oh, well, okay, then great, and we should help you and support you. No, you don't have to do that. Build something of your own. Instead of being destructive over and over and over again, how about you be constructive?
I agree with that. Be constructive. Go build your own thing. Why you got to destroy TYT? Yeah, I know, because they big. It's the business. And when I was taking shots at TYT, I thought they were big and a centrist and a sellout and all this other stuff. Yeah, I did feel that way. I haven't changed my opinion overall. But now I understand the business more, and I understand they were doing what they need to keep their lights on. They are not an activist organization. They are a corporation. Big difference. And that's part of what's wrong with this. That's partly what's wrong here. Jank, nothing you're doing is wrong, but you keep holding yourself out like you're an activist when you're not. And I don't care how many activist type things you've done. You're still a corporation for hire and for profit, and it is showing. Your slip is showing as far as that. And that's just what it is. Of course. I'm right. Now for Francesca, it's obvious that you somebody trying to come up. That's all this is. Anybody can't see that, need to have their head examined, get that vision checked. They should not operate motor vehicles. Period. All right, because anybody putting up with all this ridicule and emotional distress without looking out for a payday or of some type. Jank, you could be glad you dodged the bullet. I hope she was never in the actual office with you guys. Hope her work was done remotely, because I can see a lawsuit coming your way. Has she been on Jordan Sheridan's show yet? What about Jimmy Dore's show? It is what it is, guys. It's time to wrap it up.
And you say, hey, Jank, I don't like the way you guys are doing the TYT network. And I see that you've had this huge success and you've given rise to other progressives that are now having success. And it seems like you helped to build something for our side. Well, you know what, though? These days, I don't agree with you. So I'm gonna build something larger. Guess what? I would love that. And whether you build something larger or not, you built, let's say you, instead of building a media company or a media show, you built a platform that actually got Democrats elected, but progressive populist Democrats like Bernie Sanders, Ro Khanna, et cetera. And then they got those bills passed. Oh my God, I would love you for it. Please do that. Build something positive. And that's what we're trying to do here, okay? So, and I don't say this just for Francesca, and the reason I'm doing this segment isn't just for her or to explain what's going on, but I do want to be clear with you. It's mainly to tell you what we stand for. Not just the media end of it, not just the host, but as a community, we all have to be open-minded and open-hearted enough to get these things done and push forward. So,
next on deck with Tim Black.
Look, last thing is, I wish Francesca well. I mean, she said those things, and I get it. We've got bad feelings these days, but all the power to her, okay? If she can convince the country to be on her side on all these issues, even the ones we disagree on, terrific. Go try that.
That's goofy in itself, Jank Yuger. Let's cut the crap, man. You know, if you believe in something, you should fight for it. It doesn't matter how much of the country agrees with it. You gave something earlier about the percentage of people that agree with her was something. I forget what it was. 67% of Americans agree with XYZ. What was it? It's something to do with the women or something. I don't know. Look, guys, it's not about percentages and who agrees more with something. It's about you sticking with your guns, whatever it is. Okay? But Francesca is not a supporter of the show just giving her money. She's a worker here. So you can't complain about the business when you're getting paid to be there. You're being paid to be complicit or to be implicit or whatever the hell. That's what the money's for. It wasn't a volunteer slot. You weren't an indentured servant. So this is all cap and fake and just goofy fake outrage that nobody has time for. I'm too black for this nonsense, okay? We got too many real things going on for this. Jank, look, stop. This ain't LinkedIn. You fired her. It's over, okay? You just spent 25 minutes calling her toxic, petty, and dishonest. And now you're gonna wish her well? And let's be honest and tell her to go crash and burn. And let's be honest and say, I hope that you fail, because that's really what you want. Francesca, won't you be honest and say, thanks for the boost. Thanks for the paycheck and helping set me up. And I don't want to hear this, I was working somewhere else before I got here. Yeah, we all were. But you ain't no more, are you? Okay? So, yeah, and obviously you did not sign a non-disclosure agreement. That's why you've been, saying all the things you've been saying. This whole thing is a performance, and it's not even artful. It's a performance art, but it ain't artful. You get what I'm saying? It's crap. I've seen it before. It's trite. It's played. It's lame. They all do this. It's nothing new to this. They all do this, Brutus. They're both working at angles, and both their angles suck. Okay? So yeah, let me rank it up. Final summary for this, and let me do this. Jank, you are not a victim. Francesca, she ain't a hero. This is two performers who used each other for years, now casting in on the fallout. Somewhere along the line, Jank, you had to realize that Francesca was not the model employee. You should have canned it in. Then you'd be past this part. You thought she would be less of a jackass? You thought she'd do less of this? No, she did more because you didn't get rid of her when you knew it. Fire quicker. It's corporate content and radical drag. This is TYT, it's corporate news in independent drag. Yeah. Can I say this? You are trans dependent. You're trans progressive. Okay? Meaning, you're trying to, I don't know, you're in in-between stages. Your corporate media that identifies as progressive, which is still corporate media. And as for true independent media, like the Tim Black Show, you can't play in our league. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay over there. And we don't want you either, Francesca. You're a problem. Because you could have did that to me. You could have been really wholesome and a nice person and all this stuff and then set me up and did the same garbage. And folks, this is why people work alone. Right here is a prime example. She couldn't go. She's got all that lightness. She's got all that whiteness working for her. And what does she do? She won't leave and do her own thing. She's kind of trying to destroy him and bring him down. She could have just went on or waste her skin. Or to waste the whiteness, as Paul Mooney would say. What else? I lost my portrait. And if you're still falling for this, maybe it's time to unsubscribe from the show and the show business. And that goes for both of them. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Now, look, you ain't got to pick a hero here. That's unnecessary. Sometimes the whole cast is bogus. In this particular instance, Francesca's bogus, Jank is bogus. There are two bogus actors here. If you've been watching the Tim Black Show long enough, you know we don't worship personalities. No, we don't. We call out nonsense whoever is performing the nonsense. And in this case, I found both of them. So hit the like button if you're tired of performative politics and drop your thoughts in the comment section, Johnson. Is this just a PR for clout, or is this a real reason? Is this a lesson, a real lesson, heroes, a real lesson on what hero in independent media is or what that looks like? I don't know. Let you decide. As always, I'm Tim Black. We're Wolfpack Strong. We stay here. We keep doing what we're doing. And let's call things as we see them. Let's be honest. And let's not pretend the world is the way we want it to be when it is the way it is. These guys are not heroes. All right, guys, let's go to the comment section and get out of here. I know I'm keeping people up late as hell. I'm crazy. But I do have a gift by S13 helping out folks. We do have Black Mamba with a sticker. We do have Trust No Party. We do have Black Mamba again. Is Buck your DI higher? Yes, he is. Absolutely. And I wish him well. Thank you, Tim Black. There's 4 months of Tim Black membership has opened my mind, teaches me every night. Thanks for the cornbread. Cat and Greta, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm glad to assist the process, but know this, just you being open, just you being open to another way of thinking, man, that means you already won. Because most people will not do that. They will not do that. You got to be a little quicker than that, because they are not open up to new ideas at all. So shouts out to you, Cat and Greta. All right, folks, that's all I got. Long show tonight, but I hope you hit the like button and let the crowd know about it. Yeah. Today's Monday, right? Damn, it's Tuesday now. Look, guys, go to timblackpause.com, pick up merch. Hit me up at timblackmug.com for your own mug to your door. timblackmug.com. We make a mean mug, but don't mean mug. Let's go to timblackmug.com. What else? Oh, I know. Don't let anybody take your cornbread, Johnson. That's your cornbread. Keep your cornbread. Keep your cornbread, okay? And my baby's asleep right now. But I gotta ask, where are my ladies? Where are my ladies? Oh, there they go.